Good evening, everyone. Welcome to April Zorn Memorial Stadium on the campus of Monmouth College in Monmouth, Illinois. I'm Dwayne Hewlett, alongside tonight Jeff Borders, and it is state championship for the Illinois 8-Man Football Association. You're watching the state championship game tonight between West Central and Amboy. And Jeff, thanks for making the trip over.
Hey, no problem. Came over last year to do the championship game, and been looking forward to doing this one too.
You have seen both of these teams. You have done all our broadcasts for BPC this year. You saw Amboy, I believe, and you saw West Central. Two very good football teams.
Yeah. Saw West Central first game of the year, actually. And I know you guys talked about him in the pregame, and I made the comment last week in your live chat watching the game against Polo. But, they've got a running back he's virtually a video game player out there. The way he can cut off of people and turn something into nothing, which he did on the last play of the game last year. He's just pure excitement to watch. You just never know. When he touches the ball, there's always a chance that he's going to take it to the house. Amboy came into Bushnell as well, and another team that just big plays on top of us. And both the teams, he can't get a real feel for it because, they were able to run the score up on us pretty quick that by the time the second half was rolled around, we're playing with second-string players.
Yeah, and that's we've seen that a lot this year, it seems like, right? At 11-man, 8-man, doesn't matter. There's a lot of that where you see teams playing a half or whatever. As a former football player yourself, what does that – obviously you'd love to win like that, I suppose, but when it comes to postseason time, does it hurt you at all?
You look at West Central, and even on their playoff games, they've had some that have just been, shellackings on their end of it, and it's just one of those things. I think these guys get enough reps, though, that it doesn't hurt them because, as you saw last week, they had a game where they were losing with 4 seconds left on the clock and were still able to find a way to win. I think right there just goes to show that, no, it doesn't really hurt you for their aspect anyways.
Yeah, and that's the thing that, as we just got done with the pregame show and we had coaches on and we had, other members of the media on, these teams have people that, kids that, everybody's like, oh, they play 8-man, will they be able to play college? The Drosties and the Lindemeyers of the world are good enough athletes to go to the next level.
Yeah, and, you look at most small school football teams, and you don't, from classes 1 to 3A, you don't really have the big standout college athletes. A lot of them go to places like this, like the Monmouth College, Eureka College, the smaller area schools, and that's not a knock on him because I think I just saw something the other day where only 7% of all high school athletes even go on to play college sports. So the fact that you do go to a D3 school to play is still a big deal.
Right. Just having the opportunity to play at the next level is what it's all about, right? Before we get too far, I want to get well wishes to Chris Frankhauser. He was supposed to be here tonight and is a little under weather, been under weather for a week. Kelly Sears was going to help us with basketball. He's been under the weather for a week. There's a lot of stuff going around.
Yeah, there is. It's weird. Me and you, I don't think we've actually done a game together since the early 2000s when I started doing this with you. So it's actually just falling back into my beginning roots doing a color game with you.
I know, right? It's all about staying the course, right? We started doing this 2 years ago or 2.5 years ago now, and I don't know that anybody thought that it was going to be anything special, but it's sure turned into something good. So we're going to get the West Central players coming through the banner here. I want to thank Caleb and Ryan and Tegan on the cameras out in the conditions tonight, and I think I just heard them say that Tegan's camera might have went offline, so we'll hope that it's good. It looks like we're going to have the national anthem, and we won't be able to pick that up because we're inside. So we're going to take a break, and we'll take our first commercial break of the evening, and then we'll come back with some live reads as we have a bunch of special people bringing this game to you. We'll be right back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
When my parents told me they'd be using Adam's Experts, I felt a bit replaced. I mean, they always called me to remove their viruses or get their printer connected to Wi-Fi. He even set up their new Roku.
How do I adopt a new son?
But then he taught me a few things. And now, we're like tech brothers.
Adam's Experts. Repair, maintenance, and setup for all your home technology needs.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
And welcome back here to April Zorn Memorial Stadium on the campus of Monmouth College as the West Central Heat getting ready to come out on the field, and we have the stream up, and we're going to get to watch replays all night long as we watch it on our stream. I should have connected it so we could see it immediately, but instead we are going to see the delayed version just like you guys see. I want to welcome everybody to the live chat. The live chat should be awesome as we get ready to go here. Make sure you keep it clean if you would in there, though, folks, as we'll try to say hi to people. Brandon Clark and Cindy Phillips. Cindy's a lot of Clippers fans in the chat. Sherry Bailey saying go Heat. Cooper Welch. That's not very nice, Cooper. Coming in to find out whether they pay 12 or 15-minute quarters. And here come the Heat onto the field as we speak, carrying the American flag and the West Central Heat flag as well. And they come right to the officials. That one official was pretty daring right there. Standing right there amongst all of them. Selena Rapp, former dance coach at AHS. Couldn't be happier to see these guys. Well, we're happy that you're joining us, Selena. Well, before we start this game, too, I want to say hi to your dad.
Yes, I do believe he's watching on his phone. So,
Larry is. I've known Jeff and I have been friends or acquaintances for years and years. Jeff was in my brother's class, so he was a little more closer to my brother. But his dad was a scout master when I was in scouts, and he's laid up in the hospital right now. So, Larry, we're thinking of you, and hopefully you're able to watch and. I'm sorry you have to listen to Jeff and I.
I mean, he does it willingly every weekend. So,
getting ready to go for kickoff here from Monmouth, Illinois. It's the IAFA, the Rockford Mutual IAFA State Championship game presented by State Line Insurance Agency here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. And we're getting ready to go here, and neither one of these teams, I don't think, really kick deep.
No, that was one thing I noticed last week. The kicker for West Central just some squib kicks, and Polo was getting really good field position after just the little pooch kicks they were doing.
I want to say hi to Jessica, and there's the initial kick, and it's going to be recovered by Amboy, number 58 on the recovery. That is Vincent Simbruski. As we're ready to go, play number one, see what Lindenmeyer and crew have in store for the Heat here as we get ready to go for the first offensive play of the state championship game. 11:59 remaining in quarter number one. We were going to have the clock on the scoreboard like we did for the Polo game last week, but the angle is just not good up here for us to do that. Lindenmeyer going to hand off right side. That's Welchel, and he's going to go for little to no gain You hear the crowd on the near side. He's going to go for a gain of 2, I guess, Jeff. Is that right? Yeah, it's a gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
Close. Yeah, about 2.5, close to 3. We'll give him 2.
To the 49-yard line. And it's going to be the shotgun formation this time. Lindenmeyer back in the shotgun, 1 step back. He's going to keep it, tucks it and runs. He's going to go for a nice little game. Ball's out, and I think caught up. I think Lindenmeyer fell back on top of it.
Yeah, he's motioning. He's calling 3rd down.
And covering up the ball, number 85. That wasn't Lindenmeyer that took the direct snap, was it? It was number 85, Brennan Blaine, I think, took the direct snap that time. I'm used to cheating on the screen because my eyes aren't so good. I can look at the screen all the time and cheat. I got to get used to not being able to cheat.
Scoreboard says 3rd and 3 here, Dwayne, for first 3rd down of the game.
So both teams are explosive offensively. It's going to be a Lindenmeyer this time in the shotgun formation. 2 wideouts to the right side. Blaine in the pitch. He's going to go out to the right side. He breaks 1 tackle, and he's going to have a sports corner first down across the 40-yard line of the Heat down to the 30. Boy, he's almost to the 36. We'll call it the 37. 1st and 10 for the Clippers in Heat territory. 1st and 10 at the 37. Clippers with the first down of the game, but it took them several plays to get there.
Yeah, one thing you guys talked about in the pregame was the speed for the Heat defense, and they've been able to – they actually had that play stopped. He was able to break free to get the extra yardage for the first down.
Well, they're going spread this time. Lindenmeyer alone in the backfield, an empty backfield set. He's going to drop back, looks left. He's got an open receiver through his hands, incomplete.
Quinn Leffelman.
Yeah, that was a good looking pass, and dropping off in coverage was Parker Meldrum, and he was about 5 yards off, Jeff, and just didn't have enough time to. That was a good catch, and that was one of those where if you make the catch first, you make a pivot move one way or another, and you're probably going to go.
Yeah, he 4 wide and had plenty of room there to make a move after a catch.
2 tight end set this time, running back in motion. Handoff's going to go. Is that Blaine on the carry? Nope, it's Leffelman, number 21. Am I right? It was number 21, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Leffelman on the carry. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 4 now for the Clippers as they matriculate down the field here. And I guess if with the offense that the Heat have, every possession's important, but the more you can keep them off the field, the better, right?
Yeah, I don't think they want to get in a shootout like they had last week.
Yeah, and Polo and West Central were in a shootout. You know, neither team could stop the other, but it was literally whoever had the ball last, and it was the last play. So we'll see what happens in this one. Handoff to Leffelman, and he's going to be close to a first down. A nice little sidestep. He might have got it. He was close.
He was short a yard.
He is going to be short. You are correct. Fourth and 1. First real big play of the game right here.
Yeah, if you can get a stop here, if West Central can get a stop right here, then they can take the ball over on downs and prevent from another 4-down series as Amboy is kind of marching the field, as you said, matriculating the ball down the field here.
We'll see what they do here on 4th and 1. This is where the hard count comes into effect sometimes, right?
Yep, hard count, especially since they don't get set and then they go down after the hard count, sometimes will help draw them across.
Lindenmeyer under center. Yeah, there is the hard count, and they moved.
Going to have a false start here on the near side.
That was the young man that recovered the kick. Vincent Zimbruski jumped in the left end, and it's going to be a 4th and 6 now, and that's a huge penalty. That I suppose that is the problem with doing that, right?
Yep. And the only thing he did, too, is he flinched his arm. His body didn't even move, but he literally flinched his arm, and that's all it takes.
So it's 4th and 6, a whole different play thought here for the Clippers.
Yeah, you go from either doing a quarterback sneak or a straight dive play to now you have to get 7 yards for the first down.
We'll see if Tucker Lindenmeyer keeps it, or if he throws here, he's going to drop back. He looks to throw. He's going to roll left. He's going to be contained, though. Now he's back deep, and he's got Blaine open, and there is a great play
defensive
by
play.
Drosty. He just got in front, didn't try to intercept, and he's a kid that could pick that off and maybe go back, but he does exactly what you're coached, right?
Yep, as a former defensive back, that's a 10-yard difference. If he catches it right there and gets tackled, they've got the ball down around the 23-yard line. He knocks that down. They take over 1st and 10 back up here at the 34-yard line.
I want to
33.
say hi to Jasper Stockwell, Scott Melvin, Zeke Reynolds, Trevor Howell, Shantae Willie is watching. I don't know her. And the first offensive play for the Heat from their own 34-yard line. Handoff's going to go up the middle. It's Meldrum, and he's going to go for a short gain, probably a good gain of 2. It's going to break 2nd down and 8. And that's one of those deals where maybe you think we could catch him off guard here because you probably don't expect that to be the first play from the Heat.
Right, yeah, that's one of those, see if we just bust a seam with the fullback up the middle play.
So here we go. 2 tight end set, I formation. That's about what you'll see all day long from the Heat, or all night long in this case. Drosty, first sweep to the right, and he's got some running room, but he's going to be pushed out of bounds. Good job of stretching the play out. First guy out there was Landon Welchel.
Looks like getting a 7.
He's going to get across the 40.
Looks like he's going to bring up a 3rd and
2.
Well, yeah, we'll give him 6 on the run then.
Yep, 3rd and a short 2, but he didn't get to the 30 or 42, so big play here for Amboy. Are you in 4-down territory if you're West Central here?
I don't know if you are this early.
And Carnes doesn't care. He just grabs it and goes for 5 yards and a first down. A Sports Corner first down for the West Central Heat. Both teams have one now. And it is – I keep running over my cord. These roll-around chairs probably aren't good for me. 2 tight end set. Carnes back under center. He's going to pitch it left side this time. And Drosty cuts it up inside. He's got some running room. He's across the 50.
45-yard line?
Yep, down to the 45, a gain of 8, and it's going to bring up 2nd down and 2.
The kid is just so shifty. I mean, that was a jump cut back across the green, and he hit the ground still going full speed.
Here's Carnes under center. Handoff looks and go up the middle. Drosty, what a hesitation. And he's going to break it. He breaks another tackle, and he's gone. 20, 15, 10, 5, and the first damn fine touchdown. It's a damn fine touchdown for the Heat as Drosty goes from 45 yards out, and the Heat lead 6-0. Hey, you got a damn fine touchdown, and the Heat lead 6-0, and Drosty broke a couple tackles there, Jeff.
Yeah, the nice little hesitation to let the hole open, and that's just a cross play. Fake to the fullback one side, come back to the handoff on the backside. Hesitation, let the hole open, and like you said, broke 2 tackles and was gone.
Keith Yex is joining us, Casey Bowling. Handoff on the counter to Drosty, and he'll prance in for a 2-point conversion, and the Heat find themselves advantage Heat because they'll get the ball first in the second half. They're up 8-0, and they have things going their way here early. This game being brought to you by Stronghurst Collision and Repair. Stronghurst Collision and Repair, your one stop for all auto repair needs in Henderson County. Stronghurst Collision and Repair, your hometown automotive shop, says good luck Heat. And Nutrient Ag Solutions, Biggsville's plant, is proud of the entire West Central Heat football team and wishes you the best of luck in tonight's championship game. Bring a state title to Henderson County. And the Last Alarm Firehouse Pub at 43 Southeast Avenue in Amboy. And owner Barb Harrison wants to congratulate the Clippers and wish them good luck in tonight's championship game. Also, Amboy Athletic Boosters. The Amboy Athletic Boosters would like to wish the Clippers the best of luck in the Illinois 8-Man Association State Championship game and say congratulations on a wonderful season.
Dwayne, I think that's if I could steal an old quote from a Sports Center man, you can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. And they did it for 4 plays, but that 5th run for his he did it for 3 runs. This 4th run just able to break free and put points on the board for him.
Yeah, and that's one of the things you contain as long as you can, right? And sometimes you're going to break one out, and they have to know that's going to happen. There's a squib kick right up the middle. It bounces around. It's loose, but I think Amboy falls on it.
There's a scrum there in the middle. We're going to see, because now there's going to be a lot of fighting for the ball in the middle.
Oh, it's West Central's got it. The Heats come up with it, and coming up off the bottom, go figure.
Number 12, Drosty comes up with the onside kick.
He won the wrestling match, and I'll tell you what, there was an Amboy player that fell on that. He had to have ripped that away from him down there.
That's the old scrum at the bottom of the pile for the ball.
Yeah, that was a big-time play for the Heat, and, man, a chance to blow this thing open early here. Carnes back under center. Counter again to Drosty. Again, hesitation, but Blaine's there this time and does not leave his assignment, right? He stayed right there and got the tackle. Yep. I guess it is a gain of 2. It didn't look like
it is. Yeah, it still is a gain of 2. And the difference between that one and the touchdown run is he actually had blockers that pulled, which, as you did, called it a counter. So that was the big difference on that play.
Carnes has to get so low to get the ball. Hand off to Meldrum. No, he faked it. He kept it. And a great play by number 21, Quinn Leffelman, as the sophomore was there. A short gain on the play. You going to give him 2 or 1?
I'm going to give him 1 on that. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
So great play by the sophomore, Quinn Leffelman.
Board actually has a 3rd and 8. It's a little shorter than that, but
probably 4 down territory up by 8.
I was just going to say, Dwayne, this is your 4 down territory here.
Carnes pitches out to Drosty around left side. He cuts it back up inside. Another great play defensively.
Yeah.
Who's that over there this time? Guess who? Quinn Leffelman again. Man, that kid is all over the place. Number 21 was out there, right?
I couldn't to be honest, Dwayne, I thought it was a single-digit number. I'm not for sure. My eyesight ain't what it used to be.
we are abnormally farther away from the field, and you're right, 4th down here, and it's maybe 4th and 6 now, a short gain on that play. They call it 3rd and 7, but that's definitely not. It might be 7, I guess.
We'll say 8. I already put 1 down.
And the Heat are going to take their first timeouts. We'll take one as well. And we'll be back at April Zorn Memorial Stadium in just about 30 seconds.
I chose MDH. We moved here, and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section. And the doctors here do encourage that. And so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
And we are back, just about ready to go 4th and 7-ish, 6.5, 7. And the Heat are going to go for it after the timeout, Jeff. There's no hesitation.
Nope, got a little toss sweep to Drosty.
Drosty turns the corner, and he's going to get the first down and runs over a couple plays, breaks a couple more tackles. Look at this kid go. Holy smokes. He goes from the 38, or from the 40, and he's down inside the 20, near the 10.
Looks like they're marking it right at the 10, so a 30-yard run on 4th and 8. Or 4th and 7, I think.
Holy smokes. Yeah, they took it to 11. 29-yard run. 1st and 10 from the 11. Drosty just ran over about 3 guys on that play.
Yeah.
Here's Drosty on the cutback, and he's going to go in again. Touchdown, Drosty, 11 yards, Heat up. 14-0 here early. 4:03 to go in quarter number 1, and the Heat are dominating this first 12 minutes.
Drosty's at 8 carries, 2 touchdowns, and 109 yards.
All right, 2-point conversion coming here as a Dame fine touchdown for Drosty again, and he's going to get the chance of the 2-point conversion. Hurdles, and
he's in.
He's in. A little high step and over, and another 2-point conversion run for Caden Drosty, and it's 16-0 Heat here in quarter number 1. 4:03 to go in the first quarter. Bygones and Buds, a state championship is budding for the Heat, and everyone at Bygones and Buds couldn't be more proud of everyone at West Central. Jim, Peggy, and Diane say go Heat. Dame Fine Coffee, with locations in Monmouth and Galesburg. Dame Fine Coffee offers lattes, energy drinks, and teas. They also want to say good luck, Heat, in the state championship game, and congrats on an unforgettable season. And Eagle View Community Health Systems, a berth in the I-8FA state championship is exactly what the doctor ordered. Eagle View Community Health System wishes you the best of luck tonight. Way to bring the heat, West Central.
You know, before we get this onside kick, I'm going to do real quick. I made a reference last night to the game Tecmo Bowl when you could play as Bo Jackson on the original PlayStation, and how you just could run out the whole clock with him. That's what this kid reminds me of, because you just cannot bring him down usually with one player.
Yeah, he is legit, folks. And Coach Kirby said he's not getting any looks from anybody. It's unbelievable that he's not getting any looks from anybody. I mean, maybe, okay, D1s or big schools or whatever, I can understand. But another squib, and this time the Clippers are going to cover it up with 3 players.
Yeah, one guy was there, looked like number 85 on the
Brennan Blaine.
Looked like he was the cover-up, and there was another man protecting him to make sure the ball didn't go anywhere.
Amboy Groceries on. Debbie Jackson wishing the Clippers a win. Clippers need to get something going here. We'll see if they can do it. Lindenmeyer under center. Handoff's going to go right side, and he's going to go for a decent little gain. Can't see who the ball carrier was that time. It was number 5, Landon Welchel. He's going to go for a gain of 3.
Up to
second
the
down and
45, 7. It looks like. No, up to the 50, sorry.
Second down and 7, as we're a little off-center tonight. We might mess that up a time or two.
Guaranteed. That's the one thing I can guarantee on tonight is I'm going to mess up where the ball's at.
Our center point is not the center. It might be a little worse than normal tonight. And Lindenmeyer is going to drop back. He looks for Blaine. Blaine's open, and he can't get there, though. And that ball, is that the wind it caused? I mean, that did not look like that's where he threw it. I don't know where the wind's blowing right now.
The wind actually would have been behind it, and I think that's why the ball got pushed, because he was under pressure, and that wasn't a real good throw. We call it a duck coming out, the way it was, the rotation of the ball was. But I actually think the wind,
it's blown across the field, so this direction. So
the wind helped that ball go.
Yeah. That's unfortunate, because it looked like a good route. He was open. He had him if he could have got a good ball to him. 3 wide receivers, far side, 1 near. Blaine is the lone near wide receiver. Lindenmeyer drops back. 1 rusher up the middle. Lindenmeyer under pressure. It's in. Oh, what a catch! What a catch. Is that Blaine? Brennan Blaine coming down. Drosty had it in his hands. Couldn't hold on to it, and Brennan Blaine playing tip drill comes up and gets a 5-yard reception, but it's still 4th down and 2. What a play. Cameron Wooters, you're hidden. It's the joys of being able to watch the live chat. Got to be nice, folks. We do watch it. We do pay attention to it.
Big 4th down here, Dwayne.
It is a huge 4th down for Amboy. Handoff up the middle, 1st down. Sports Corner, 1st down for Amboy. Handoff was to Leffelman. The 5'10", 210-pound sophomore gets the Sports Corner 1st down. It's 1st and 10 at the 41 of the Heat. Got some St. Thomas More young men watching in the live chat. Thanks for joining us.
Another team I got to watch play this year.
Yeah, BPC had a pretty tough schedule, didn't they?
They did. When you look at the semifinal teams, BPC played all 4 of them.
Near side, this is Two wide receivers to the near side. Blaine's going to go on the option far side, and Carnes just leveled Lindenmeyer.
Nice open field tackle.
And then who is that over there? Is that That's not Drosty. Is that number 16, Jordan Kane, I believe, over there?
So gain of 4.
Second down and 6. Troy Jern, how are you, sir? Are you working tonight, or are you just hanging out, goofing off? You should be here.
I missed who carried that, Dwayne.
That was Leffelman. Handoff. Leffelman again. This dive play, and he's going to go for another 4, and it'll bring up second down and, well, maybe 3. We'll see where they mark it. Is that?
It's
technically it's 3, but it's really
a short
close
3.
Yeah. As we get ready to go, third down and a short 3, long 2 here for the Clippers, and you can't say that they're going to try and let this be the last play of the quarter. It would appear, but you can't say that they have to get a touchdown here. But you don't want to give the Heat the ball back without a score here.
You don't. That's going to be really close to the first down. They just needed to get to the 31-yard line, and where that official's marking it, that will be just enough for the 2 yards in the first down.
Leffelman on the carry. They're taking a look, and they're going to measure. That's something you don't see very often.
I'm saying he's got it by half the ball, Dwayne.
Half a ball?
Half the ball.
Well, we got the camera on it, so I can hear John telling Ryan to zoom in and see what the ball is. So the chains are going to come out. Zoomed in on the ball, and we'll see. Are you going to turn around and look at the main screen?
I'll watch here.
Watch here and see what happens. And pull tight, you're right. Maybe a whole ball.
Almost the whole ball.
Almost the whole ball.
I did say at least half the ball, so I had that covered.
Point well taken. I'll give you that. First and 10 at the 31-yard line now for the Clippers, as they don't have to run a play here in the first half or first quarter.
Oh, yeah, when we watched it on the replay, the back end of the ball was
just touched on the back end of the ball. A little shaky on the old camera there.
Well, it's not the warmest out there.
No, and when you're zoomed in that much, at least a little bit does it. So, well, that'll take us to the end of quarter number 1. The Heat lead 16-0 over Amboy. We'll take a break here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll be back in about 30 seconds.
I chose MDH. We moved here, and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
I'm a pretty calm, cool, and collective guy, but... Sorry, what's your name? Yeah, Evan. Hi, Evan. Yeah, we have no internet. Nothing. I don't know. It just stopped working.
The internet is down.
I know, I'm on the phone with them. No, that was my wife.
I can't get online again.
Yeah, I'm talking to Evan. No, my daughter, my wife. Okay, can you guys not talk? Sorry. Yes, we have the white boxes. I see one. They got horns on them.
It's the one with the horns.
Yes, I see one. We have 11 of those.
I was on the phone and I got disconnected.
Okay, it's not about you. We switched our broadband.
And here we go. Running outside, it is Welchel on the carry. And
a gain of 4, it looks like. A toss play there by Amboy to start the second quarter. Heat did a nice job of spreading that out wide. Welchel with a gain of 4. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 6 now for Amboy.
Pistol formation, a deep setback behind Lindenmeyer. He's going to keep it, looks left, bounces it back inside, and short gain on the play.
Will be brought down just about the 25-yard line, going to get a gain of maybe 2, bring up a 3rd and 4.
Sandy Morocco watching from Ohio. David Camp watching from Denver, Colorado. How cool is that? That's the best part about this, isn't it? Seeing people watch from all over the country and the world.
I say I had a weekly watcher from Spain watching her son, who was a foreign exchange student, get to play and do the kicking.
Looks like they're getting ready for the post-game trip up top of the hill there. All the lights and sirens are up there. Here's Lindenmeyer driving back. He's got Blaine open, and it's going to be pass. Is that pass interference?
Yep, there's the flag. Both of them threw it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know. It just got their feet tangled up, but I knew you almost knew it was going to come. It looked like Colton Fletcher back there on coverage. But it's only a 15-yard penalty, right?
I think it's 10. It's going to be enough for a first down, but it might be 15. I don't.
It's not a spot of the foul like in the NFL.
No. And I think the problem was if he hadn't undercut him and got their feet tangled, if he would have just stayed beside him and then jumped up for the ball, he would have been okay. But he undercut him, got their feet tangled up, and then that's where the flags came out.
Neil Noller is watching from Arkansas. Ryan Lindos, talked about him a lot last week. He says go West Central from a Marco, as in a Marco Polo. Polo Marco, I should say, technically. Aquaka watching. There's not a surprise there. Walnut, Illinois. Lindenmeyer rolls left on a quarterback keeper.
Ooh.
Man, who was that flying up there to make the stop? Took the legs right out from underneath Lindenmeyer. See if we can watch the replay here and see who that was. But great coming up underneath the block and taking the legs out of Lindenmeyer.
Yeah, he just dropped him right there. There was no good getting off that tackle. 35.
Yes, it was Meldrum on the stop. Oakland, California, Kim Copian watching. Billy Meyer watching from Burlington, Iowa. I ought to keep track of how many states we get recognized here tonight. Should have done that. Lindenmeyer handoff. Nowhere to go for Landon Welchel, and it's going to be
maybe a short gain of 1. Scored the PA announcer says 2, so.
Florida, Lexington, Kentucky, New Jersey. They're flying in from everywhere. That's awesome. As we get ready to go here for a 3rd and long, obviously 4-down territory, down by 16 here. But a huge defensive stop here if the Heat could come up with it. And a timeout called by Amboy.
Play clock was running down under 10.
This game being brought to you by Goff Screen Printing. In Biggsville, Goff Screen Printing can fulfill all your screen printing and embroidery needs. We want to help you remember a storybook season. Good luck tonight. Bring home a championship. The First National Bank in Amboy. Good luck, Amboy Clippers. We are banking on you in this state championship game. We are proud of you. Farm from the First National Bank in Amboy, where you come first. And Gutter Done Seamless Gutters. Gutter Done wishes West Central good luck during their state championship game and says congratulations on an outstanding season. For all your seamless gutter needs, contact Gutter Done at 309-221-8856. And Merlin Forsman, watching from Hebron, Indiana, played football for Stronghurst at 1951 to 1954. Played with Bill Waddle. That's awesome. Virginia's there. Arkansas now. Here we go. 3rd down and 7-ish. Lindenmeyer's going to throw to the flat. Blaine on the catch. He's going to break a tackle, but not the second one. The second was Drosty, and he brings him down. It's going to bring up 4th down after a gain of 3. Gain of 3. It's going to bring up 4th down and 4. James McAllister's watching from way up in the Smoky Mountains in his camper. Says, let's go Clippers. That's fantastic. Jerry Sheridan, thanks for joining us. Bob Troxel.
Big 4th down here, Dwayne, for Amboy. I-back formation. Going to be a play action.
And a catch and a touchdown for the Amboy Clippers as they get on the scoreboard. And we are in a football game, folks.
Blaine on the reception.
Yeah, it was Blaine, about 11 yards. Is that what that was?
Yes.
11-yard touchdown pass to Blaine. Brennan Blaine having a good game. Now they're going to go for two. These 2-point conversions are huge. Now Lindenmeyer's going to tuck it and keep it, and he'll go in for the 2-point conversion run. And it's 16-8. The Heat lead the Amboy Clippers. We'll take a 30-second timeout and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, in just a couple seconds.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
And welcome back to April Zorn Memorial Stadium on the campus of Monmouth College in Monmouth, Illinois, as we are here for the Rockford Mutual I-8FA State Championship game presented by State Line Insurance Agency in Hebron. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Yeah, you are correct. The Amboy Clippers are wearing Polo Marcos coats because they don't have sideline jackets. This is abnormally cold weather, even for this time of year, and these teams aren't used to playing in this kind of stuff.
I mean, if you look at the end zone, there's piled up snow that they had to plow off the field.
And the kick, and it might be to Amboy. And how big would that be? They do come up with it.
A little taste of your own medicine.
Is that number 6 or number 5? I believe it's number 6, Ed Fry, who came up with it. We'll see. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina is watching. What are they talking about here? It was number 6, Ed Fry, that came up with it.
And it's West Central's ball. The referee just made the signal, first down that direction.
Huh, it is West Central's ball. I don't know what happened there. We didn't get any kind of an explanation. It's going to be West Central with the football and the handoff to Drosty. Man, he just keeps those legs pumping. He's going to go for a gain of 7, second down and 3.
Looked like he had I'm trying to see the number. It's too blurry for me to read, but he had one of the bigger linemen wrapped around his waist, and like you said, just kept his feet moving, just kept dragging him down the field.
Eric Barron says they touched the ball. I don't think that. Oh, maybe
touched it too early.
Clippers touched the ball too early. I see. We missed it. Thank you, Eric. I'm there. I'm catching up now. Thank you, USMC @fan. We're catching up now. Makes sense.
2nd and 3.
Carnes under center. Handoff's going to go to Meldrum, and he breaks a couple tackles. He's going to have a sports corner first down near the 35-yard line.
A gain of 6. A guy went for a gain of 7.
Yeah, gain of 7.
Don't want to cheat the fullback out of some yardage there.
Yeah, don't be cheating him out of yardage. Don't want to be doing that. So it's going to be a sports corner first down for the Heat. 1st and 10 at the 35 of the Clippers. Drosty cuts around right side again, and he's going to be tripped up this time. Going to go for a short gain of 5, maybe 6. We'll see where they mark it at. Going to take it right to the 30. It'll be a 5-yard gain, 2nd down and 5 for the Heat.
You know, I had a premonition to put him at the bottom so that way I could use
all the lines.
I didn't figure 16 carries was going to be enough for him in this game.
No, you're probably right. You're probably right. Carnes, hand off to Meldrum this time, and he'll be close to. He'll have the
He's
first
gonna
down.
have it more.
And a lot more, actually, from where he got contacted to where he ended up. It's a gain of 8, 7 or 8. We'll see where they mark it.
I think it's a gain of 7. They're going to mark it right there on the 23-yard line.
Yep, gain of 7. Sports Corner first down. 1st and 10 for the Heat. 6:57 to go in the first half. Heat leads 16-8 after Amboy answered with a touchdown just a few minutes ago. And a timeout's going to be called by the Heat. We'll keep it here this time, and we'll tell you that this game is being brought to you by Geip Seeds. Shane Geip of Geip Seeds would like to wish the West Central Heat football team good luck in the state championship game. And Country Financial, your local Country Financial agent, Sally Waddle and Rachel Geip, would like to wish the West Central Heat football team good luck. Country Financial is proud of you. We insure champions. Amboy Dental Group, and Amboy is a proud supporter of Amboy High School football. Dr. Joel Hochstatter is a Clipper from 1989, class of 1989, and Dr. Brandon Klein is a Clippers grad from the class of 2000. We wish the Clippers good luck tonight. We're back from the timeout, and it's 1st and 10 for the Heat at the 23-yard line of the Clippers. Meldrum's going to take it, breaks a tackle, and he's going to go for a gain of 5.
It was almost like after he broke that tackle, he could go left to open field or right to headhunt. It's like he made a hard right-hand turn.
Again, is that 5 or 6? He might have got 6. We'll give him 5. 2nd down and 5 for the Heat. Jim Arnold watching from Cedar Rapids. The Barreras from Mendota, Illinois, cheering on the Clippers. Ham's family. And then it's going to be up the middle.
Carnes right up the middle on the keeper.
Going to go from the 17, the 18, excuse me, down to the 8, a gain of 10, and it's 1st and goal from the 8 for the Heat. David Vansley, yeah, we caught up with on that. Thanks to everybody in the live chat for pointing that out to us. We were so busy watching who recovered it, we didn't. There's a pitch to Drosty. Can he get number 3 right here? And he just might do it. He turns the corner, and he's in. An 8-yard touchdown run. A Dame Fine touchdown for the West Central Heat. And it's 22-8 as West Central and Drosty score again. And I say West Central and Drosty because Drosty's got all 3 of them so far. Birmingham, Alabama. Watching for the Heat, C.J. Bonifer. Chicago watching. This is a little different than you see in Chicago football, probably. I formation again. Carnes back under center. Hand off to Drosty up the middle, and they're going to stop, I think. Did he get in?
No good.
No good. First stop of the night, and it's 22-8, 5:52 to go here in the first half, and the Heat lead the Clippers. Richland, Washington in the house tonight.
Looks like a little bit of snow falling.
Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be clear today, but, man, it was cold and windy and snowy.
I'm just kind of looking out here and just saw something blow by the window, and I'm looking at the lights, and he says, see the snow falling. If I look back at the live feed behind me, and sure enough, there's
game being brought to you by Ferguson Taxidermy. We know a lot about trophies at Ferguson Taxidermy, and we hope that you bring home the championship trophy tonight. Keep those memories alive. Give Rick a call to handle your next mount. Stimson Construction. Stimson Construction would like to congratulate West Central on a phenomenal season. Let's go Heat. Reach out to Stimson Construction for your contracting needs at 309-337. And I left the number off when I typed it up, 192 something. That's horrible. Stimson Construction, I apologize. I'll have to pull that up on my phone and take a look at it. What were you going to say?
I was going to say that with the taxidermy, I saw some nice deer get brought into the locker today in Bushnell, and Lane Huffman had a real nice deer he brought in.
There's been some huge deer taken down this year. Phoenix, Arizona's in the house. Here's
deep kick.
It's going to be a chance to return, and he's going to return it. A nice return, actually. About to the same spot.
Yeah, I was going to say it's about the same spot if they would have squibbed it, but
Braden Klein on the return.
Going to be 1st and 10, ball at their own 47-yard line.
The Blake and Simpson families are watching from Henderson, Nevada. Chainsaw, we appreciate you watching. Orangeville's in the house.
Spread offense here.
Blaine in motion. Lindenmeyer's going to keep it. He's got some running room. And Drosty's going to track him down, but it's going to be a sports corner first down for Lindenmeyer, as that was just a direct snap and run. There was no question what was going to happen there. A gain of about 11, and it's 1st and 10 on a sports corner first down. Did you give him 12?
I gave him 12.
Okay. Williston, North Dakota.
And we're complaining about cold, and I bet he's like, it's not cold.
Yeah, you don't even know what cold is, right? San Antonio, Texas in the house. We should have truly kept track. I think we were going to get close to all 50.
I've already got to keep stats. I can't do any more.
Yeah, I know. I should have kept track, shouldn't I? Lindenmeyer again on the direct snap and a keeper, and he's not going to get as much this time. He's going to get across the line of scrimmage, a gain of possibly 3. As in on the stop for the Heat, Ian Dunlap and others. A gain of 3, 2nd down and 7. Did you give him 3?
I gave him 3.
4:47 remaining here. Layton, Utah's in the house. All of us at Mama's Place in Aquaka say go Heat. Thanks, Kim Schinberger, for watching. Send some tag our Facebook page, TSSR Game Time Live on Facebook, and this time it's going to be the forward pitch, and
he's going to lose about 4 yards.
Meldrum coming up and making the stop. He might have fumbled it, but he's going to lose 4. It's going to be up 3rd down and 11. Well, I was saying, take pictures of where you're watching the game from. If you're watching with a group of friends or you're watching from a bar or a restaurant or whatever, Facebook your seat to us. Tag us and let us know where you're watching from. We'd love to see it. Hashtag I8FA Championship. Let's do that. Are hashtags still a thing?
I'm old, man.
I am too. That's why I don't know if they're still a thing. I8FA Championship. Use that as a hashtag, Twitter or Facebook, either one. Lindenmeyer is going to throw on 3rd and 11. He rolls right. He's got some room to run. He tucks it, and he's going to get a first down and a whole lot more. Bounces it outside. Lindenmeyer is not going to get to the end zone, though. He's going to be tracked down, and that is the team speed that Kyle Kampmeyer was talking about.
He's going to go from the 42 down to about the 15, though.
A 1st and 10 at the 15 or 16-yard line. Ryan, thank you. Hashtags are still a thing, he says. Kansas City, Kansas is in the house. Allied Lock, Indiana. 1st and 10 after the sports corner first down. Link had a chance to stop him in the backfield. Couldn't get the job done. And it's a nice little gain on first down. And I couldn't see who carried that.
He's right here. You're going to turn his back to us. Looks like Leffelman.
It was Leffelman.
Gain of 5.
2nd down and 5 from about the 10-yard line. Calling it the 11. Bartow, Florida in the house. We'll have to go through the chat and see where everybody is from. Handoff to Leffelman that time. He bounces it outside, and gets a little bit of a gain, which is more than he would have gotten had he had not bounced it outside. He's going to be close.
He gained a 4.
Yeah, he did. Got 4, a lot more than I thought. He must have been across the line of scrimmage when he hit that pile.
Yeah, and I just think our angle of the view here also is kind of threw that off, but yeah, I thought he went for a shorter gain than that, and I saw him move the yard marker, and I was like, hey, that's a pretty good gain there.
Well, just Ryan Lindos says 2,000 people are watching right now. So that's awesome. Thank you, everybody. Share 2.3 thousand now, it says. Here we go. And, Lindenmeyer, what a job. And he's in for a touchdown. Tucker Lindenmeyer. A nice touchdown run there from about the 10, wasn't he?
7-yard run.
7-yard touchdown run. Yeah, there are a lot of former Union Yankees and Southern Rebels watching this game. You are. I'm a former Southern Rebel, as a matter of fact, way, way back in the day. Lindenmeyer looks to throw. He's going to loft it up back of the end zone, wide open. Comes uncovered is Blaine, I believe, and it's a 2-point conversion, and it's 22-16. And now that 2-point conversion miss by the Heat looms large with 1:47 remaining. The Heat do get the ball back first in the second half, so a chance to do something here at the end. And this is right where you want to be, right? You want to be, a chance to do something at the end of the half and then get the ball first. If you get both of these, it's suddenly a pretty big lead.
Yeah, as we've seen, West Central can score quick and score in a hurry. And if they can put a touchdown here, I mean, they've got almost 2 minutes to go the length of the field. We've seen them do that in less time. But, yeah, you're right. They get a touchdown here, then get the ball back again, and that 2-point conversion may not matter because you could be up almost 3 scores with the other ones.
Game being brought to you by the Feedlot. Looking for a Heat win. Good luck, West Central, from your friends at the Feedlot Bar and Grill, where we do common food uncommonly well at 102 South Broadway Street in Stronghurst. And Stacy Day, the West Central superintendent. Congratulations to the West Central Heat for making today's championship game, and we'll tell you more about what she has to say in a few seconds as the kick coming here. Another squib kick by Amboy. It's touched that time. That's not going to be illegally touched, and Amboy says they have it. We'll see what the officials say, and it is Amboy with the football.
That was the perfect onside kick.
That was number 53.
If we watch the replay, that took that nice big hop right over the front player's head, and he stuck his hand up, and that made it a live ball.
Austin Heath came up with it, I believe. Number 53 seemed dive into the pile there late. And Amboy
flipped the script.
They did flip the script. That is correct. We were talking about how the Heat had a chance to still have a two or three score lead, and then suddenly it's gone. Lindenmeyer with the spread formation. Drops back, rolls right. He's going to loft in the middle of the field. It's going to be intercepted. It's Drosty on the pick, and he might go because he's not going to get caught by the lineman. Can Lindenmeyer cut him off? He cannot. Drosty from about 65 yards, and Caden Drosty gets the touchdown for the Heat. And if you can't get it on the offensive side of the ball, you'll just get it on the defense, and that's really should be his second pick because he had one in his hands that he dropped, and Blaine got on a tip drill earlier in the game.
I don't know if that ball came out of his hand, but as soon as he released it, I said that's not a good pass, and that ball just fluttered, and Drosty cut right in front of it and off to the races he went.
Man, oh man. 2-point conversion here. Still plenty of time for the Clippers, though, to get back into this thing here as they have a chance. As Coach Kirby's going to take a timeout, and they took 4 or 5, I think 5 timeouts on 2-point conversions between the two teams last week.
Yep, I was watching that.
Unbelievable how many 2-point conversion timeouts they took. But I think that goes a little bit, Jeff, to say how important these 2-point conversions are.
Yeah, and to go along with that, as I was watching that game and watching you do that game last week, and it was like both teams just kept taking timeouts on the 2-point conversions. It almost came down to not having a timeout there at the end, though, that they got lucky with, I will say lucky, but they had a very good execution on the pass play to get the clock stopped.
Yeah, and that's what we said that on the broadcast.
Yep.
You're using these timeouts on 2-point conversions. You might need it later, but it worked out okay because they got one that, a couple that Polo didn't. Here's the pitch out to Drosty. Can he get another 2-point conversion? He's going to get dropped in the backfield. That's a great play. Is that Blaine over there?
I think so. I'm going to have to watch the replay here in front of us, but
Selena Rapp says, yikes, that kid is fast.
Yes, he is.
Yes, Drosty is fast. This is a great, great play here, though. Ryan Lindoff says that number 12 was a bad, bad man.
Yeah, 85, Blaine got in there, and then looked like number 55 came in to help clean it up.
That was Landon Montaven with the help to finish off the stop. And we'll tell you this game is going to be brought to you by, as I said, Stacy Day sent us a message, want to know if we could let the fans and kids know that the superintendent at West Central says congratulations to the West Central Heat for making it to today's championship game. On behalf of the Board of Education, administrators, teachers, staff, and students at West Central, we want you to know how proud we are of each and every one of you. Leave it all on the field and know that we believe in you. That's one of the cool things about this, right, Jeff, is the support that has come from all these communities.
Yeah, it is. Just after we'll do the kickoff here. And
pop-up kick. It's dropped, picked up, and a little bit of running room here, and he might go. Nope, he's going to be brought down.
Nice open field tackle.
Is that number 21 or 81?
81.
81 on the stop. That is Cody Wade, the freshman, coming in and making a big stop, because that could have been gone if he hadn't made that open field tackle.
Yeah, what I was saying after you guys called the Polo West Central game, just on my Facebook feed, just all the people from the area that I'm friends with that I wouldn't even known was associated, just sharing the replay that you had put up with the game-winning touchdown, and just it was crazy, all the support that I seen.
That replay was up before we got out of Polo, and I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Here we go. Lennon Myers looks right, pump fake, and Blaine's going to try and go downfield. Drosty's there, but he can't make the play, and Blaine's going to make the catch. And Blaine's going to take it all the way down to the 10-yard line from the 45, a 35-yard completion. And Drosty had good position, Jeff. As a cornerback, he was right where he needed to be, but just couldn't make the play.
Yep, that comes with the height difference. Blaine just has a couple inches on him and able to go up, and Drosty just couldn't get up high enough to knock the ball away from him.
1 minute and 13 seconds remaining in quarter number 2, and we said that the Heat had a chance to score. It looks like they both might have a chance to score. Lindenmeyer now is going to drop. Nope, he's going to hand off to the fullback. Nothing doing there. The ball's out. And it's West Central football. We'll have to watch the replay of that. I believe it was Leffelman on the carry. The fullback, Leffelman. We'll see if that's where they hand it off here. It is Leffelman, and the ball came out. Link, I believe, there knocked it out. No, it was not Link. It was number 23, Isaiah Steffson. It's the first time we've called his name tonight. Makes the big play. And the
1:01 to go in the half.
Heat leading 28-16. And a chance to add to it here. Drosty not going to go for much that time. Short gain. A gain a couple. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 8.
Of course, no timeouts now.
They got one timeout, don't they?
No, they used their last one on the 2-point conversion.
That's right, they did. So no timeouts. So they just have to bust one, or that'll be it probably. We'll see. You don't want to make a mistake here, though, right? I mean, you're up. You get the ball back first. You're up by 12. You don't want to, make a mistake.
Yep. You're just going to hand the ball. It looks like they're just going to run it down. It looks like about 12 seconds left on the play clock. There's going to be about 12 seconds left when they actually snap the ball.
Drosty's going to get hung up and dropped after a short gain again, and I'm guessing that's going to be the last play. We'll see if they run it. They're at the line like they want to try to run one, but they're going to walk off the field. That'll be the end of the first half of play. 28-16, the Heat lead the Amboy Clippers. We'll take a minute break, and we'll come back with the all-state team announcements, and then we have an interview with John Lawler, the president of the I-8FA Association, to come a little bit later. But we're going to take a break for about a minute or two, and we'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. You are watching the Rockford Mutual I-8FA State Championship game, presented by State Line Insurance Agency.
I'm a pretty calm, cool, and collective guy, but... Sorry, what's your name? We have two next to each other. That's bad. Two white boxes. Evan? Evan?
For the Clippers, tight end, defensive end, Brennan Blaine. Playing tonight for the Heat, running back, defensive back, Caden Drosty. Also for the Heat, quarterback, defensive end, Mason Carnes. And also from the Heat, linebacker, running back, Parker Meldrum. From Blue Ridge, linebacker, Joey Cole. From St. Thomas More, linebacker, Brody Coopernell. From the Milford Cissna Park Co-op, guard, defensive tackle, Beans King. From the Milford Cissna Park Co-op, quarterback, Sawyer LaFoon. From the Milford Cissna Park Co-op, running back, Tyler Newcomb. From Blue Ridge, tight end, defensive end, Matt Schumacher. From the Milford Cissna Park Co-op, wide receiver, Justin Tillman. From the Milford Cissna Park Co-op, guard, defensive tackle, Luke Truman. From Decatur Lutheran, running back, Leighton Miller. From Decatur Lutheran, guard, Connor Creviston. From Martinsville, defensive tackle, Josh Coleman. From Martinsville, running back, Victor Herrera. From Decatur Lutheran, linebacker, Emmanuel Ruffton. From Pawnee, wing, defensive back, Talon McElroy. From Martinsville, wide receiver, Adam Parcel. From South Fork, defensive tackle, Connor Henley. From Milledgeville, quarterback, linebacker, Connor Nye. From Polo, running back, linebacker, Avery Grenoble. From Milledgeville, guard, defensive end, Eric Ebersole. From Polo, quarterback, linebacker, Brock Soltow. From Milledgeville, wide receiver, defensive back, Kaysen Johnson. From Milledgeville, running back, linebacker, Colton Wilk. From the Ridgewood Co-op, guard, defensive end, Ty Anderson. From the Ridgewood Co-op, defensive back, wide receiver, Preston Moriarty. From the Ridgewood Co-op, running back, Gavin McDonough. From WPSC, kicker, punter, Jensen Laughlin. From Hiawatha, running back, linebacker, Cole Brantley. From Alden Hebron, running back, linebacker, Wyatt Armbrust. From Christian Life, wide receiver, Dylan Vistine. From Hiawatha, defensive end, Chris Korb. From Hiawatha, linebacker Cooper Fisher. From AFC, quarterback Carson Ruff. From Christian Life, linebacker Josh Burkett. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your 2022 I8FA All-State Team.
And a state championship game. I want to thank Nathan Believa with the announcements of the state all-tournament team. And give them their all-state team members as they're all out there on the field, as you can see them right now. And you know, you say what's all-state? 30 teams. If you make all-state, you know, that's a pretty good deal. I mean, there's a lot of kids and a lot of good football players in this 8-man association.
Yeah, you take into consideration that you're looking out there in the field, and I think only 4 that are in this game were a part of this. And of course, they were the first ones announced and ran off the field to get to the halftime with the team. But you think about that, the 2 teams playing in the title game combined had 4 players, I think, on this, selected all-state.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to have them all there, and all but 4 of the members were here. That's what John told me earlier. All but maybe 3. All but 3 of the all-state members were here to get their award tonight. So that tells me that it means something to them, right?
Right. Yeah.
So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with our halftime interview with I8FA President John Lawler in just a couple minutes. And welcome to halftime here, state championship game. And full disclosure, this is before the game.
Yeah, yep.
Here with Coach Lawler. And I guess you're back to being a coach, aren't you?
Well, yeah, they talked me into helping again. So I'm not the head coach, but I'm back coaching again. So.
Well, you coach a whole lot of people, because I've been going to some I8FA meetings, and you're the head man at those things. You're the coach of that deal.
Yeah, I
and
guess.
Those meetings, you never stop being a head coach.
No, it's kind of in you once it's in you. So
president of the Illinois 8-Man Football Association, and you guys just continue to grow.
Yeah, we are. We're up to 30 teams, and there's a couple more coming next year. And we're hoping to get a couple of teams that couldn't field the team back for next year. So, we might have 30, 32, 34 guys playing next year. So
the football is just getting better and better every year, too, it seems like.
Well, last year's championship game was great, I thought. And I loved it especially because everybody thinks 8-man football is like arena ball.
Right.
And what did we see? A 12 to
7
game.
Something like
that,
12-8.
Yeah, a great game. And I'm a defensive guy anyway, so I loved it. Yeah, I loved it.
This 8-man thing is going to be here. And I think you guys have proven that with your association. The elephant in the room is IHSA going to take it over? that probably is down the road, but judging from the meetings that I've been to with you guys, not this year, obviously, and probably not going to be next year.
No, I don't. I honestly don't expect it for 2 or 3, maybe 4 years yet. Honestly, I thought we were closer. I think there's some things that they're looking at, wondering how it's going to affect how they do their championship weekend. You know, trying to include an 8-man game. That's one of the things. I think the big thing is the enrollment, as you've heard us talk about at the meetings that you've been to. I think that's the stickler. You know, where do they draw that line? Where do we draw that line? We've dropped it down to 325. We started out 400. I think we're close. Now we're seeing what I thought we would see. I'm not telling you that I know everything, but we're seeing roster sizes grow again. And that's good because kids are having success. They're not getting pounded week after week by bigger, stronger teams with 40, 50 guys in the roster. So now we're seeing roster size grow. We don't want to talk about restricting rosters. That as long as I'm president, that won't happen. I want more kids to play football. So that won't happen. And I don't think the IHSA wants that either. But somewhere we got to find where is it fair and where it isn't fair anymore. You know, so.
I mean, you're a long ways from being big enough for 2 classes, but the enrollment deal is kind of where that is, right? I mean, that's the reason why you keep that enrollment, so everybody that's in your group is ideally competitive.
Yeah, we kind of grandfathered in a couple of bigger schools, you know, but I'll be honest, Dwayne, I've had schools as large as 700 enrollment ask about 8-man football. Now, you and I both know that's not why we started this.
Right.
You know, I mean, we started this to save schools of 110 kids like mine and West Prairie and things like that. You know, we didn't start it. I understand where they're coming from. They have a hard time getting kids out, 25, 30 kids out. But that's just not what this is about. It's about saving small town, small school Friday night lights.
Do you feel like now that 8-man football in Illinois has solidified itself and people are recognizing it more now?
Oh, I sure do. Yeah, I think I've told you many times. You know, I had some good friends say, "Are you crazy? What are you doing this for?" And I said, "Because we have to. Right. We have to." I mean, we had a pretty good tradition. You know, we had an 11-year run straight in the playoffs, making it to quarterfinals, second round, and I saw it coming. It's like we're just running out of kids. It's not just us; it's other schools, and you've seen the schools that are in this now. They were 1A consistent playoff teams, and that's what we've got playing 8-man now.
Right.
And that's why the ball's getting better too. So, yeah, it's coming. And has it changed the 11-man 1A and 2A? Sure has, which we knew was going to happen. It's going to change it a little more too. So I think that's where we got to figure out, okay, where does this really lie before the IHSA takes it over? And honestly, I hope people think we're doing a pretty good job running it. I think we are. You know, everybody seems pretty happy. So, you know, we'll see. Tonight we're going to crown a champion. Both of these schools and their kids, if you went down those locker rooms right now and asked them if they knew a difference what they were playing for, they ain't going to care when they hoist that trophy up.
Now, a couple of coaches are going to be here tonight. We had one on a pregame show, Coach Elder from Ridgewood. Coach Unruh's on the sideline. And Jim Unruh was from Carthage, years, and I mean, multiple title champion.
Yep.
He loves 8-man.
Yeah.
I mean, this game is something that when you get to be a part of it, it feels like even the most successful and ingrained coaches like yourself realize it's really good football.
It's fun. I know when I first started, we started morphing to it a little bit with our JV squad because I knew it was going to happen, or I was going to have to make it happen, or we were going to have to do something different. It's fun because even for an old coach that's been around a long time, coached a lot of football, you're learning all over again. You know, so this defensive thing, I still don't have it. Ted Alston's probably the guy that's got it figured out the best. Their defense.
He showed that last year.
Oh man, their defense is stout year in, year out. But you know, it's fun. It's been fun. It's kind of new. Coach, my advice for a coach that was a little scared of it is don't embrace it. You know, embrace it and try to figure it out. You know, I'd see Pat and his dad John down here. They've been at every one. You know, and I mean John's the granddaddy, and this was Pat's first year coaching. So you know, I said he'd be a good interview to see how he felt about it. You know, and there again, very successful coach. So.
Well, thanks for talking to us here before the game, for halftime. I know you're busy, got a lot of stuff going on.
Yep.
We appreciate it. Congrats on a great evening, night, even though it's a little chilly. Congrats on putting a great program together. It's going to be fun, and I appreciate being a part of it.
I appreciate having you. I mean, you guys have been great for us, and we hope this continues. And I want to thank Monmouth College, too. They've been a great partner in this for as many years as we've been doing it. Great partner. You know, I got to know the coaches and that when my son played ball down here back 2011, 2012, and it's been a good fit for us. So hopefully we can keep it going for a while.
All right. Well, thank you very much. We'll be back with some stats and second half action in just a few minutes. And welcome back here. A great interview with John Lawler, the president of the I-8FA. And Jeff, I mean, it's a 28-16 game. Heat get the ball first in the second half, but it's been a fun half of football.
Yeah, it's been everything advertised. You know, as you guys talked about in the pregame, you guys picked about a 14-point game final, and that's almost what we're sitting at halftime. But, you know, coming out, Amboy has a big task in front of them, because if they can get a stop or even recover an onside kick here, because they'll be kicking off, you know, they need to get the ball. Actually, rephrase that. They need to score first in this half to get things going.
Kazifi says 19 states and 2 foreign countries represented so far. Okay, Cole Bailey, we get the point. You want us to come to the varsity club in Monmouth for a party after the game. Like 6 comments in a row. We get it. Maybe save those and spread them out throughout the time.
That's what we call accuracy by volume.
Yeah, accuracy by – you know, that's like when you hear the same commercial on the radio station 25 times in 6 hours. But it did not 25 times in a row. It's 25 times in 6 hours.
Or when I have to run the computer and I play the same ad mistakenly 4 times in a row.
Oh, Cole Bailey's fixing to get blocked. Let's see. How do I block him? Hide user on this channel. Cole, I'll give you that's your warning. You'll get hidden if I see it pop up again.
You get the old
heave ho.
What's the shape of Italy? The boot.
You got any stats over there?
I do have some stats. For the visiting team of the Amboy Clippers, Lindenmeyer, 6 carries, 53 yards. Blaine with 3 carries, 19 yards. Welshel with 4 carries, 11 yards. And Luffelman, 9 carries, 32 yards. Lindenmeyer is 3 out of 7 for 43 yards and an INT. Blaine with and
4 and a touchdown too.
Yeah, 4. I should say 4 out of 7 with an INT, 43 yards. And Blaine, the leading receiver, with 4 receptions, and as you said, the touchdown. Scoring drives. Both in the second quarter, 11-yard touchdown catch by Blaine and a 7-yard run by Lindenmeyer. For the home West Central Heat, Carnes has 3 carries for 16 yards. Meldrum 4 carries for 21 yards.
There is a huge upset in the making if that's correct. Are they playing tonight? Rochester and Sacred Heart Griffin. Rochester 35-14, 34 seconds to go before the half. And 4A IHSA football, that would be a huge upset. Are you going to check that?
I'll check that as soon as I get done.
Okay.
So Continuing, Meldrum with 4 carries, 21 yards, and then, of course, Drosty, 13 carries, 134 yards, 4 touchdowns on the ground. And if we go over their scoring summary for them, it is a 45-yard run by Drosty, an 11-yard run by Drosty, an 8-yard run by Drosty, and a 65-yard INT pick 6 for Drosty, which brings us to the score here at halftime, 28-16 Heat on top of the Clippers.
We have Australia watching as well, so does that add 3 to the...
Does that make it early morning there?
Somebody's camera just disappeared. Oh, there we go. We're back. Yeah, we're getting a little issues with some of the cameras not wanting to stay on because it's so cold. So you'll have to bear with us if that happens. These cameras apparently not made to be in the cold that much. Jeff Flater says, yes, Rochester's winning. We know Jeff Flater.
The name sounds familiar.
The name sounds familiar. Yes, it does.
Well, I just can't put a finger on it.
I don't know. Where do we know him from?
Oh, he was the AD at Farmington.
That's right.
That's right. That's what it was.
As we're getting ready here for the second half. Is that Coach Unruh right there in the West Central jacket? He came to a Macomb Bomber game earlier this year, the first playoff game, and he was wearing an old Carthage Blue Boys jacket from back in the day. As we're getting ready to go here, it will be Heat ball to start the second half. Keys to the game here as we get ready to go in the second half.
Stop Drosty.
And the south end camera is still cutting out. Stop Drosty. Yeah, that's a key, right?
And the sad thing is, I shouldn't say the sad thing, the thing that West Central did there on their last scoring drive was you saw more of Carnes and you saw more of Meldrum, which made it even harder to just focus on Drosty because they're getting big gains each time.
Bernadine Hitlet says, Amboy, keep believing you can do this. We're happy to have everybody watching here as we get ready to go with the second half of action. I want to thank Ryan and Caleb and Tegan for braving the cold and doing a great job on the cameras tonight. As we said, the couple of cameras cutting in and out so cold they're not charging.
Let's see. Ryan, get a zoom out now because Caleb's camera is still down. Just trying to get the whole field, yep.
So here we go as we get ready to go. Second half action. As we said, Amboy kicking left to right on your TV screen or your phone screen. And it's going to be...
It's going to be recovered by number 16, I believe.
18.
18.
Number 18 for the Heat recovering the kick is Colton Fletcher, a senior tight end defensive back. First and 10. The 48-yard line. If you take over for just a second, I'm going to talk to these guys.
I-back formation for the Heat. Drosty, the tailback position. It's going to be a handoff, a little counterplay here to the near side. Drosty's going to make one guy miss. He's down the near sideline, and he's got one man to beat. If he can get the sideline, cuts back. Finally going to be wrapped up and brought down at the 11-yard line. 40-yard run for Drosty on the first play of the second half.
Off switch is on the upper left rear of the camera. Upper left rear of the camera, you can see a slide. It's in the middle. Turn it off for about 5 minutes.
It's going to bring up a 1st and 10 now for the Heat from the Clipper 11-yard line. Handoff's going to go. That's going to be a keeper this time on the option play. Carnes is going to have a short gain of about 2, it looks like. It'll bring up a 2nd and 8.
Trying to solve a few problems with the old cameras on the sidelines right now. Here we go. Carnes is going to keep it and just barrel forward. He's going to be close to a touchdown. Is he in?
No signal yet.
Short.
It will be enough for a first down.
Sports Corner first down. And the Heat are knocking on the door again, looking to go up 3 scores. And Carnes going to try it again, and that time he's in. A 1-yard touchdown run for the Heat. And Mason Carnes, the senior quarterback, defensive back, gets the Dame Fine touchdown. Dame Fine Coffee bringing the West Central touchdown to you. And it's the first player not with a 12 on his jersey to score a touchdown for the Heat tonight. Here's the handoff. Drosty, he's got bottled up, but he's going to fall in.
Yeah,
he rolls around and falls in.
He just powered his way forward and fell over a few would-be tacklers in for the 2-point conversion.
A big 2-point conversion. A big 2-point conversion. And it's 36-16. This game being brought to you tonight by MTC Communications. Having slow, unreliable internet just doesn't cut it in today's world. MTC Communications offers lightning-fast, reliable fiber internet, video, camera, and phone systems to the McDonough, Henderson, and Hancock County areas and is expanding quickly. Visit mtc.crowdfiber.com to check your availability. And Sports Corner at 124, Macomb's original local sports bars at Sports Corner at 124 with a focus on local sports. Catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcast at Sports Corner at 124. All will enjoy your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. And Western Illinois University. Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in because purple stands out. At WIU, there are limitless potential with campuses in Macomb, Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out. Ready to kick again. Squibs it up the middle. It's bouncing around. And
wow.
And 3 players of the white jersey variety finally fall on it. Who comes up with it? Number 6 or 5. Waiting for him to turn around and just won't do it. It is number 5, Landon Welchel, who comes up with the return or recovery.
That is a number 2 versus number 4 seed in the Rochester-Springfield Sacred Heart Griffin game.
And everybody I talked to said Sacred Heart Griffin was going to blow Rochester out. That's a
I think
huge
we're going to have
rivalry,
an illegal participation flag here on the near sideline.
On the Heat. They'll probably decline it, though. It's going to be a gain of 6 or 7. Gain of 6. It'll bring up 2nd down and 4, so you probably...
Was that Blaine on the carry?
We'll watch it here and see. No, it was number 5. Welchel.
Welchel on the carry.
Gain of 6. 2nd down and 4. Would have been they're going to add it at the end.
Yep. So Welchel still gets a gain of 6.
Yep.
We'll give him 17 yards on the night, then tack on the 5 yards afterwards for the too many men on the field.
Port St. Lucie, Florida in the house.
Counter play to the left.
And he's going to go. Nope, he's got caught down. Who was that catching him from behind? To touchdown saving tackle for the Heat there. I believe it might have been Jordan Kane or Colton Fletcher. Can't tell which one. It was 16 or 18. Looks like it was 18 Fletcher on the stop, but a Sports Corner first down, 1st and 10 at the 30. Right up the middle they go. Wasting no time now are the Clippers.
Back-to-back counter plays went for 17 on the play before and going to go for a little bit shorter this time, maybe a gain of 6 it looks like. And we'll give him a gain of 5.
They do not have a limit on the 8-man rosters. There's no roster size limit, Dan. They can have as many players as the schools can get. The usual problem is, though, is that there's not a lot of students in 8-man schools. There's small population schools, and they hand off a big stop there for the Heat. Number 6 on the stop for the Heat.
Looks like a loss of 2. Brian, I appreciate that. Coach Brian Lafferty saying that he misses hearing me call the games. So
here's a handoff. Again, it's going to be Welchel on the carry, I do believe.
And that'll bring up a 4th and about 3.
That's a big 4th down here. Down by 3 scores already, 20-point deficit. And you don't want to give the Heat the ball back. The Heat have not been stopped. They haven't had to punt or turn it over on 4th down yet today or tonight. So Amboy cannot afford to not score on pretty much every possession the rest of the way, I don't think.
Play
Rolling
action.
He's got a receiver open. It's Blaine, and he's going to sidestep the sideline. Did he tightrope it all the way in?
He sure did.
He did. Tiptoeing down the sidelines. And Fletcher says, I thought he was out of bounds. But, well, yeah, it is a touchdown.
I say if you watch a replay, I don't think he ever did go out of bounds.
We'll see how good the replay is here, kids. Lindenmeyer rolls out. Blaine is there. And he just tightrope the sideline, a touchdown for the Clippers. And it's 36-22.
Toss sweep to the left, and there was an option to the left, and the 2-point conversion is good.
So the Clippers have got 2 on every one of their possessions, or every one of their touchdowns. It's 36-24. Down by 12 again. Yeah, David Camp, you're right. Great footwork for sure. Now the Clippers defense are going to put on check, right?
Yeah, they still need that stop that we talked about to begin the second half. And you might want to add Coach Lafferty's watching from Rushville, Illinois tonight.
Well, nice. I know he coaches at Rushville. I didn't know if he was watching from Rushville or not.
That's what he said, watching from Rushville.
That's what we like to. I'm sure there's a lot of coaches watching, I think. Yeah, Casey Bowling says this is what makes the game worth watching. Keep up the good work, both teams. They both are playing very well here tonight. There's no doubt about that. Mendota Hills Campground is watching.
I'm thankful for this heater underneath the table here.
I know, right? This little crack that we have to run the wires through the window is letting a lot of air in, amazingly. Big-time squib kick, and it's nice job going up to get that.
Right at the 10-yard mark, and he just took it right out of the hop and brought it down.
I think that was number 16, Jordan Kane again, wasn't it? Came up and got that right at the 50. And, that's one of the things is you say, well, you don't want to touch it. Coach Arnold's brother is watching. You don't have to wait for it to go 10 yards.
Right.
As the offensive or the receiving team, you can go get it earlier.
Right. If you have the opportunity to get it, and it's like that one, that was just hung in the air.
Kane has done a great job getting a couple of those kicks tonight. Not a play in the backfield. We said that defense was going to have to come up, and he's down.
And that's going to be a loss of 2.
Yeah, it's a first negative play for Drosty. We'll see who the defender was that made the stop. But, man, he got through in a hurry. Almost had to be a lineman, didn't it?
Or, they're blitzing backer maybe even, but – and it was the blitzing linebacker that went up through.
And still couldn't see who it was. Number 53,
he's up
Austin Heath.
He's up on the line once again, came up on it. This time they're just going to
up the field in a gain of about 4 or 5. Well, they're going to say it's farther ahead than the down marker was. Yeah, give him 4, 3rd down and 8. Big series here defensively for the Clippers. Here's the pitch to Drosty. He rounds the corner. He gets tripped up. Going to go down to the 45-yard line. Looked like he had some running room there, Jeff, but a good hand, like a hand tackle, getting a hand on a foot.
Yeah, it was good pursuit there by the Clippers.
4th down and 5, and now you You could punt here. Drosty is the punter, but they're going to go for it on 4th and 5, up by 2 scores with 6:50 remaining in the third quarter. Thomas Seitz says that his older brother, Mason's older brother, was just as good of an athlete. 6:32 remaining, third quarter. Carnes going to keep it. No, he's going to punch it late. That's a huge, huge loss. And it could be worse than that, but they're going to come up with it. But it's going to be a turnover on downs. And the play was made when Carnes couldn't get outside. He couldn't even get outside to make the pitch. He's going to lose a bunch. And I don't know who
15.
Who came up with the ball. Clippers coming in hot. That was a big stop. The Heat
21 is the one that swatted the pitch backwards.
Yep.
The Clippers.
Cole's actually the one that recovered it for the Heat to get the loss of yardage, but handoff's going to go left side. It's good for Welchel, and he's going to go for a gain of 3 or 4. Yeah, shorter than I thought.
Looks like a gain of 2.
Second down and 8. So now for the first time, the Heat dealing with a little adversity. It's still up by 2 scores, but I don't think you want to, if you can keep from it, obviously, you don't want to let the Clippers, with a little momentum here, get back within a score. And they could actually be down by less than a touchdown if they get the 2-point conversion.
Right.
Lindemeyer cuts it up inside. He'll go for a first down, it would appear. Gain of about 9.
Yep.
And a 1st and 10, a Sports Corner first down.
Lindemeyer making something happen there as he went to do the read with the fullback. One of his linemen got pushed back into him. He was able to get around the corner there and just took it up the field himself.
Lindemeyer back under center. Hand off to the fullback. Got hit immediately, but rolls himself forward. I believe that's going to be a gain of 4 or 3.
Yeah. It's right in that in between there. I will say 3.
Leffelman, I believe, on the carry. Looked like it was going to be a little less than that even. I mean, it didn't look very good, but it rolled forward.
There's a little inside trap play for the fullback.
Lindemeyer up under center, I formation, 2 tight end sets. Handoff goes to Welchel, and he's going to roll forward. Gain of about 4, 5. Did you give him 3 on the last one?
No, I gave him 2 on the last one.
So it'll be 5 on this one, then you're right. 3rd down and 3 for the Clippers. Clock running, 4:24 to go into third quarter. Lindemeyer back under center, in motion, handoff to the fullback. It's going to be a first down, a Sports Corner first down inside the 20 to about the 17-yard line, it would appear.
Gain of about 5.
Big drive for the Clippers here. It's been all Clippers here in the third quarter, really, outside of that first drive for the Heat.
Taking a lot of time off the clock as well.
Lindemeyer under center again, handoff to the fullback.
Ball on the ground.
Out, and the Heat come up with it? Nope, it looks like Amboy got it.
So with the fumble, looks like it's going to end up being an 8-yard gain.
Looks like coming up with it was Landon Welchel. He was the ball carrier, I believe, also. 2nd down and 2. Clock running, 3:10 to go. Chandler, Arizona in the house. Here's a handoff up the middle. And that'll be a first down. Another gain of 5. First and goal for the Clippers.
Is it ball on the 4-yard line or the 9-yard line? Looks like the 4-yard line. I had to find the 10. Had to find the 10.
Handoff right up the middle, and it's going to be a touchdown. It's going to be a touchdown for Quinn Leffelman from 4 yards out. And the Clippers have closed to 36-30, and a big 2-point conversion coming here. Big two. How big is this 2-point conversion?
It makes it less than a touchdown game.
And Lindenmeyer's going to roll. He's got pressure, and he's going to be incomplete for the first time, and it's Carnes. Mason Carnes giving pressure, and a Clippers player is slow to get up. Looks like number 55 down behind the play, Landon Montavon. And he's going to get off the field, but he got up slow. A big play for Mason Carnes. Showed some speed there to get after the quarterback. This game being brought to you by Stronghurst Collision and Repair. Stronghurst Collision and Repair, your one stop for all automotive repair needs in Henderson County. Stronghurst Collision and Repair, your hometown automotive shop, says good luck Heat. Nutrient Ag Solutions. Nutrient Ag Solutions Biggsville plant is proud of the entire West Central Heat football team and wishes you the best of luck in tonight's championship game. Bring a state title to Henderson County. The Last Alarm Firehouse Pub at 43 Southeast Avenue in Amboy, and owner Barb Harrison wants to congratulate the Clippers and wish them good luck in tonight's championship game. And Amboy Athletic Boosters. The Amboy Athletic Boosters would like to wish the Clippers the best of luck in the Illinois 8-Man Football Association State Championship game and say congratulations on a wonderful season.
Got to be ready here for another onside kick or just a front squib kick here as we have it. As you said at the beginning of the game, no one's kicking it deep. Once again, another great job by the Upman, not letting the ball, playing the ball instead of letting the ball play him.
That was senior Landon Winters that time getting the recovery and right at the 50-yard line.
As I say, that's almost like a shortstop there, not waiting for the ball to come to him, but reacting and going to the ball.
Yeah, catching it before the hop,
yep.
right?
Yep, he got that. He always takes those two hops, and then the third one's always that big one you don't predict, and he's getting up there and getting it right on that second hop where it's playable.
Montavon, I'm sorry, Kirsten Carter, I'll try to remember that. Montavon. Carnes hands off to...
Oh, wow.
Lowers his shoulder. It's Parker Meldrum, and I was a little speechless for a second. He got hit just past the line of scrimmage, and, man, that kid runs with some power.
He hit the hit truck stick on that one.
Yeah, 2nd down and 2 after a gain of 8 from Meldrum. These Clippers and the Heat are running with some serious force offensively. Carnes under center. H back to the far side. Hand off to the fullback again. Goes for a first down, a Sports Corner first down.
Another gain of 5.
It was Meldrum again.
Maybe a gain of 4 on that one.
Give him a gain of 4, and it's 1st and 10, a Sports Corner first down for the Heat. 2 minutes and 1 second remaining here in the third quarter.
Ryan, keep it on that shot right there. That's a great shot. Just a you are now live, Ryan. All right, coming back to Caleb. 3, 2, 1. Caleb, we're now live on you.
I don't know if people can hear what I can hear it because I got it in my ear. I don't know how loud it is for you folks. Oh, there's a nice reverse play a little bit. Oh, what a better play out there defensively for Tucker Lindenmeyer. Lindenmeyer doing it on the offensive or defensive side of the ball too. It looked like a play that was going to go big, but Lindenmeyer made a big stop.
That was Drosty on the carry.
Yeah, it was a kind of a reverse on a backside handoff. Handoff right up the middle. Carnes just lowers his shoulder. Actually, he didn't really lower his shoulder that much. He just ran straight up, and it's a Sports Corner first down for the Heat to the 26-yard line of the Clippers.
Gain of 8 there on the quarterback sneak. as we'll call it.
It's a little bit of a sneak.
As you notice here, the last two plays, they've had Drosty off out at a wingback position. Now they have him back in the formation.
And a wideout. Don't see that very often.
Yeah, yep.
Can't see who the wideout is over there, and Karn's just going to bowl forward again. Naples, Florida in the house saying go Clippers. Brent Collins Fishing says UHS. Oh, wait. That Union High School back in the day? Did you give him a gain of 3 or a gain of 2 on that?
Give him a gain of 3.
Second down and 7. That'll be, maybe we're going to get one more play in. 15 seconds or so remaining here in the third quarter. Looks like they are going to have to get another play off here. Karn's back under center. There goes the arm. He's going to have to snap it. Meldrum, nope, keeper of Karns, and Karns is going to turn the corner. And again, he might have been able to go outside and avoid some of that contact, but he just lowered his shoulder and went for a gain of about 3.
Yeah, and to Karns' credit, though, on that one, read option held to the fullback. The end came down on the fullback. He turned it upfield to still keep that pitch lane with Drosty. There was a pitch man there on Drosty, so Karns, as you said, took the punishment, put the shoulder down to end the third quarter there.
36-30. We got a good one for the final 12 minutes. We'll take a break here on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH, and we'll be back in just about 30 seconds.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
And welcome back here to April Zorn Memorial Stadium in Monmouth, Illinois, the campus of Monmouth College. And it's 3rd down and 4 for the Heat. They lead by just 6. They led by 3 scores, it seems like not very long ago, Jeff. And the Clippers kind of took control in the latter stages, or the middle stages of third quarter. But here come, and then jumping off sides, there's the flag. The hard count's going to get the Heat a Sports Corner first down.
Yeah, that's – you could see as soon as the kid went forward, he knew it and just kind of – that's actually not – I didn't think it would be. I thought they'd still be just a little short, but you're right. That is going to be enough for a Sports Corner first down.
1st and 10 at the 16 or 15. They're saying the 15.
I don't have stats for penalties tonight, but this has been a very clean ball game up to, throughout. There's been a few penalties here and there, but not many on each team.
K has, I don't know if I'm saying that as how you want to say it, but 21 states and 2 foreign countries now.
Handoff straight up the middle to Meldrum. He's going to power his way forward down to about the 10-yard line, bouncing off some would-be tacklers.
Gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down and a long 5 for the Heat. And we've seen the Heat do this before. Drosty runs and runs and runs, and then they start just pounding it up the middle, and then you have to suck everybody in, and then Drosty just runs right outside again. Now they got a wide out to the near side. It's Isaiah Steffson. Karn's going to go up under center. It looks like they're waiting to take time off the clock here. There's that backside handoff again. Drosty cuts it up inside, and if he just stepped that outside with his speed, he might have got to the end zone.
Yeah, I kind of want to see the replay. It almost looked like there was a guy out there. I couldn't tell. I saw the same thing you're saying. I think he might have been forced in.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd down and 1 at the 6-yard line of the Clippers. Cole had to block out there. I think he could have spotted it outside, but it's probably designed to go right where he took it, right? So here we go. It's going to be Karns on a 3rd and 1. You think he's going to keep it?
Yeah.
And he does, and he's not going to get a lot, but he'll get the first down, I think.
And I'll say this.
They're holding up the hand like a 4th down. He didn't get it.
I'll say this. When a kid has 3,000 yards on the season, I'm not going to question where he runs it.
Touche. Hawaii and Washington are the 2 new states. Got Hawaii watching. That's kind of cool.
I mean, I wouldn't mind doing a game from there.
I know. You think we could make that happen? Going to take a lot of sponsorship to get there, though. Carnes under center, 4th and less than a yard, and he's going to get the first down and more this time. Just keeps rolling the pile forward. He's down close to the goal line. He's going to go for a gain of a solid 3, maybe 4. It'll be first and goal at the 1, I think.
I was going to say, I think it's a gain of 5 there. The ball was on the 6.
Yep, gain of 5, and it's first and goal at the 1. And the clock running with 9:48 remaining, and the Heat kind of taking a play out of the Amboy playbook here, just trying to, you guys could waste time, but we could take time off the clock too.
Yep. And the one thing they have going for them is the fact that they have the lead.
Right. If you can get a score, you're always going to be ahead 2 scores at this point, right?
Correct.
So here comes Carnes, taking all that time off the clock and barrels forward again.
Touchdown.
He's in for a 1-yard touchdown run. Mason Carnes scores it again, and the Heat go up 42-30. And now we've said it on numerous occasions here, but the 2-point conversions are huge in this game, and this is another big one.
Yeah, this makes it a 2-score. Either way, it's a 2-score here, but this makes it an actual 14-point lead instead of a 12.
Can we take another timeout?
And the Heat, once again, taking a timeout here on the 2-point conversion.
Wisconsin in the house. 9:18 to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll tell you that this game being brought to you by Bygones and Buds at State Championship is budding for the Heat, and everyone at Bygones and Buds couldn't be more proud of everyone at West Central. Jim, Peggy, and Diana say go Heat. Dame Fine Coffee with locations in Monmouth and Galesburg. Dame Fine Coffee offers lattes, energy drinks, and teas. They also want to say good luck Heat in the state championship game and congrats on an unforgettable season. An Eagle View Community Health System. A berth in the IAFA state championship is exactly what the doctor ordered. Eagle View Community Health System wishes you the best of luck tonight. Way to bring the Heat West Central.
Lafferty getting on me.
What did we mess up?
He was telling me great math. 12 plus 2 is 14.
And Drosty up the middle, and he's going to get the 2-point conversion, a big one. And Drosty gets another 2-point conversion with 9:18 to go, and it's 44-30. Here with the Heat up by 14.
I guess to finish my thought, what I was saying with the difference between 12 and 14, it does force Amboy to get at least one extra point here.
Right.
They just can't score 2 and tie the game. They have to get at least one extra point.
You're exactly right. I mean, they are technically only down 2 scores, but they have to get an extra point one of those 2 times or it doesn't do them any good. This game being brought to you by Goff Screen Printing in Biggsville. Goff Screen Printing can fulfill all your screen printing and embroidery needs. We have and want to help you remember a storybook season. Good luck tonight. Bring home a championship.
You brought this up in the polo game. You're giving them really good field position by making these short kicks.
It's a little bit longer, but it's stopped.
Whew.
Good stop there. Troy Anderson, I believe, number 7, kind of hopped right up there and grabbed that. I don't know if that's what you want your up back to do, but he did a good job with it.
I think it smacked him in the air. I think that went straight at him.
Yeah, it did, but he kind of hopped up like he wanted to try to hop up and catch it, but it didn't go as high as he thought maybe.
You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
And it's going to be 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line for the Clippers. 9:16 remaining. They trail by 14 here in the IAFA state championship game. Handoff up the middle. Gain of a yard or 2.
Maybe a yard.
Yeah, 1 yard on to carry. 2nd down and 9.
I don't even know if that's a full yard. We'll give it to him, but
You're watching a Rockford Mutual I-8FA State Championship game presented by State Line Insurance Agency. This is TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. I'm Dwayne Hewlett. Jeff Borders on the call with me. I want to thank John Burton in the back of the room doing the directing duties. Caleb, Ryan, and Tegan on the cameras tonight.
Suffering out there in the cold.
They are. They are for sure. And they broke the huddle and then came back. I don't know how much time's left on the
3
proverbial
seconds.
play clock. And they're going to take a timeout. I think they got rid of it. They snapped it in time. I don't think they were going to get a flag, but Coach Payne on the far side said we need to take the timeout.
I don't know if they were set on the far side before they took the timeout. I think they were trying to snap it to hurry, and I think it's a good thing they took that timeout.
2nd down and 9. When we come back, it's TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
I chose MDH. We moved here, and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care.
And welcome back, 2nd and 9. Here we go. Pitch, student body left as much as it can be with 8 players. It is Welchel on the carry. He's going to go for a gain of 3.
3.
3rd down and 6.
It looks like a gain of 4, but we gave him 1 on the first play.
Yeah, touche. Point well taken. Approaching the midway point of the 4th quarter here, 7:50 remaining in the football game. Big series for the Clippers. Lindenmeyer alone in the backfield. Oh, he's got pressure coming. Steffson.
Oh.
Blaine is there. Man, he's finding him a lot. Blaine is a good receiver. He gets open a lot for this Amboy squad. It's from the 48 down to the from the 48 to the 28 to the 25.
27 yards. The scoreboard had him on the 47-yard line.
So it'll be 22 yards then.
There we go.
So it's 1st and 10 on a Sports Corner 1st down at the 25-yard line, and that was a big conversion for the Clippers. And it kind of makes you wonder why they don't do this a lot. They've had a lot of success throwing the football. Lindenmeyer rolls right. Oh, a great play over there defensively, and go figure, it's Drosty. What a job. I mean, as a former defensive back, you had to like that move.
You can't get any better than that. In his hip pocket, it was like a quick out route on a cut there, and Drosty was right there and able to dive in front and knock the ball away.
Number 12 might well be the best player in the state. He's pretty darn good. I'm sure there's a few other people would argue that, but the live chat has been great tonight. We appreciate it, folks. But the state championship game has been just as good. It's 44-30, 7-10 remaining in the football game. Clippers trail by 14, but they're at the 25-yard line of the Heat. 2nd and 10. Lindenmeyer is going to hand off to Leffelman, I believe, and he'll go for a gain of about 4 to bring up 3rd down and 6.
Blaine now with 101 yards and receptions. 2 scores.
Brennan Blaine has played well, the junior. 6'2", 205-pound tight end and defensive end. 6:40 clock running. I'm a little surprised that they're not hurrying up a little bit more here. Down by 14. 6:30 clock running. I formation. 3rd and 7. Handoff. Nope.
Option.
It's going to be kept by Lindenmeyer, and he's going to go close to 1st down, but I think he's going to be short. It's going to bring up 4th down and 1. A gain of 5. Jonathan Mummert, I said it would be, I agree. Solto is a pretty darn good player himself. This is a huge play This is a huge, huge play for both teams right here, Jeff. Under 6 minutes, 5:55 remaining. It's 4th and 1 at the 16-yard line, almost the 17 for the Clippers as they got 4th and a long one. Lindenmeyer's, what happened there?
Oh, timeout taken by the Heat right before the snap.
No, okay, yeah, it's a Heat, yep.
And I tell you what, there was a fumble. They snapped the ball, and it was a fumbled snap, and the Heat recovered it.
Well, I don't know. I think Lindenmeyer dropped to a knee when he heard the whistle. I don't know that he. Well, let's watch the play. I'm with you. I don't know. And there, we just missed it. We can rewind it. We could rewind it. Let's just rewind it. Here it is.
Oh, it was a fumbled snap.
It was a fumbled snap.
He recovered it, and
there Steffen's got his hands on his helmet. Yeah, that's
so
exactly
Drostia.
right.
They all saw that happen, but I think you heard the whistle blow, and I think that might have caused the fumble.
There's Coach Kirby with a little smirk on his face talking to Coach Unruh there. Sometimes you take those plays, those timeouts when they work, and sometimes they don't, right? Heat's down to one timeout. No, the Clippers are down to one timeout, right?
No, the Heat are down to one timeout. Yeah. They took one on the extra point there, and then that one there.
That's right. This is huge. Meldrum made a huge stop on Solto last week on a 4th and 1 at the goal line, or 4th and 2 at the goal line. We'll see what happens here. Handoff's going to go up the middle, and it's a big stick by Meldrum, but he couldn't quite get the stop, and he's going to fall forward. Is a big run for Quinn Leffelman, a 1st and 10 at the 20 or at the 15. Leffelman took the hit from Meldrum and fell forward for a first down.
That's one of those ones I'm kind of sad we're behind this glass because I'm sure there was a nice sound to that hit when them two collided at the line.
Yeah, you could probably hear that one from a long ways away. 5:15 remaining. Handoff's going to go to Welchel. He's going to go down near the 10, a gain of about 5 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 5, but they are using a lot of time to get this touchdown. Under the 5-minute mark now, 4:59 remaining. I mean, some of that has to do, obviously, with the Heat defense, but it doesn't seem like a whole big sense of urgency out of Amboy.
Yeah, no, they're coming up. They're still taking the time. They're huddling. You know, it's almost like they have a 14-point lead.
Hand off to Leffelman. Not much doing that time.
Maybe a gain of 1.
Link and others there on the stop for the Heat. Brody Link, haven't called his name a lot tonight, but he came through that way. A gain of 1. It's 3rd down and 4. And every play like that the Heat can get a stop is a bonus for them, I feel like, at this point, up 14, right?
Yeah, and especially when you still got 3rd and 4 here.
They do a little more urgency there for Amboy this time as they're down to the 4:10 mark. Lindenmeyer under center, and he kept it that time. He's going to have a first down, I think. He's going to be close.
He should have a first down. They're marking him inside the 5.
So it'll be 1st and goal at the 5. 1st and goal at the 5.
Well, hold on.
Well, let's see. They dropped him short.
Yeah, I take that back. They marked him outside the 5-yard line.
Yes, they did. I thought he had it. So it's 4th and less than a yard at the 5.5-yard line.
Whew.
3:43. Clock is running again, and you say you want them to hurry, but you have to have this play right.
Right.
I mean, you have to make sure you're set. You have to make sure, even if you're going to do a quarterback sneak, you got to make sure you're set, right?
Yeah, you got to be urgent, but you can't be in a rush.
Lindenmeyer under center. He's going to do that quarterback sneak, and he's going to go for a sports corner first down. To bring up 1st and goal at about the 2. He gained 3 on the play, maybe 4. Got a pretty good gain. Stop the clock for the first down, and they hurry the play in. 3:22, clock back running again here, as we'll be close to the 3-minute mark before this play is ran. Lindenmeyer under center again.
Oh, that's a false start here in the near side, and there's the flag.
And the flag comes out just as Jeff said.
The end here on this side just got a little bit too much of a head start right before the play.
3:07 remaining on after the false start. It'll be 1st and goal at the 8-yard line, or the 7-yard line now. Sacred Heart Griffin trails Rochester 42-28, 2:30 left in the third quarter.
So each team has scored 1 touchdown in the third quarter there.
Lindenmeyer back under center. Handoff. Oh, and it's going to be a touchdown. Nope.
Yep.
Short. Yeah, he is in a touchdown for Landon Welchel. And a 7-yard touchdown run with 2:52 to go in the fourth quarter. And we are back to a one-score game right now. 2-point conversion could be big here. 2:52 remaining.
The 2-point conversion here makes a difference from a tie game with a 2-point conversion or taking the lead with a 2-point conversion.
This is another big defensive stop here for the Heat if they can get one. Handoffs. Oh, and it's going to be stopped in the backfield. A great play coming around the backside on an awesome play for Brody Link. Brody Link, the senior, coming up huge for the Heat, and they hold on to an 8-point lead with 2:52 to go here in the football game. And I don't know what people expected out of this game, but it couldn't have gotten much better than this. Polo might have been a little better last week, but this is going to be a good one down the stretch as well. This game being brought to you on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, by First National Bank of Amboy. Good luck, Amboy Clippers. We are banking on you in this state championship game. We are proud of you from the First National Bank in Amboy, where you come first. And Gutter Dunn Seamless Gutters. Gutter Dunn wishes West Central good luck during their state championship game and says congratulations on an outstanding season. For all your seamless gutter needs, contact Gutter Dunn at 309-221-8856. And Gipe Seeds, Shane Gipe of Gipe Seeds, would like to wish the West Central Heat football team good luck in the state championship game. And here is a huge, huge kick for these two teams. 2:52 to go.
You think it's going to be onside?
I don't think so. They'll probably kick it deep.
First time kick deep all game.
Kick it to the 5 and outrun everybody and get it. Right. Here we go. It's going to be squibbed right this time, and the Heat are going to recover it.
I tell you what, that was a little misdirection kick there as well. He ran as he was going to kick it to the left side of the field, or his right side of the field, and kind of crossed over his body to kick it here to the near sideline.
Let's see if we can see who recovered that. It might have been Gage Stimson on the recovery that time.
I believe it was number 7 there.
It was number 7.
Handoff right up the middle to Meldrum on first down. He's going to have a gain of maybe 3.
See, this is the problem that I see with taking so much time. We're down to 2:40 to go. Is with Carnes and Meldrum, I mean, whatever you think you can do, get lucky with Drosty or whatever, those two guys can just eat up clock up the middle.
Yeah, when you've got a power fullback like Meldrum, and then as you guys talked about in the pregame, Carnes is a big-bodied quarterback, and he's gotten everywhere from 2 to 15 yards on quarterback sneaks tonight.
So it's a gain of 3, second down and 7, a timeout charged to the Clippers with 2:34 remaining. It's an 8-point game.
Clippers still have 2 timeouts remaining.
So they've got a little time.
I think the Clippers still have 2. I think. Oh, it does say it up there.
Here we go. Carnes going to give the handoff to Drosty. Drosty's going to bounce it outside. He'll be close to a first down as he
could be a couple yards short.
Wasn't a counter, but he went misdirection a little bit as he went away from the run to the blocking, right?
Yeah, we called that a cross play where everyone's going to the right, fake to the fullback going right, come back to the tailback on the opposite side.
Gain of 5 brings up third down and 3 for the Heat. 2:08 remaining.
That's a Coach Flater play right there.
Here's a big big down, and the next question is, do you go for it if you don't get it?
You have all night. I don't know why you stop now.
Carnes under center. If he goes straight forward, it's a 2-down play, and he does, and he's going to get close to a first down. Does he have it? They're going to stop the clock, and they'll wait and see.
The far official, I think, has it marked as a first down. The near official, I think, has it marked short.
We'll see where they mark it at here.
They're going with the far official.
They are.
And that should.
Mason Carnes says it's a first down. The referee goes over, and they're going to ask for a measurement. They're going to ask for a measurement. And you know what? You can say whatever you want to, right? But in this situation, that 2 or 3 inches is a huge deal, right?
Yeah. And I like the fact they're bringing the chains out. There's been a lot of times in football, high school football, that we've called games, and you're like, why don't they bring the chains out? Why are they just guessing at this? And in this kind of situation, it's nice to see them bring the chains out. And he's got a first down, I think, by the length of the ball again.
Another first down, a Sports Corner first down for the Heat, and you almost feel like, Jeff, with 1:42 remaining, that might have been a state championship first down.
Yeah, we've seen some turnovers in this game already, so, we don't want to jump the gun on it, but, yeah, that's the hammer and the nails are out.
Yeah, for sure. And a timeout is on the field. This game being brought to you. Go ahead.
As I say, and that's why I don't want to jump the gun just yet. There still is a timeout. They can still stop the clock. So,
this game being brought to you by your local country financial agents, Sally Waddle and Rachel Geip. They would like to wish the West Central Heat football team good luck. Country Financial is proud of you. We ensure champions. And Amboy Dental Group, and Amboy is proud supporter of Amboy High School football. Dr. Joel Hochstetter was a Clipper in the class of 1989, and Dr. Brandon Klein was a Clipper in the class of 2000. We wish the Clippers good luck tonight, and they're to a point with 1:42 remaining in the football game where they kind of need a little luck here, I think.
Yeah, they're going to need to the Heat are going to go into the victory formation early. I don't know why the clock's not running. There, the clock's running.
I'm trying to. Can they run it out? That's second down and 11 now. They'll get close, I guess, won't they?
I think maybe they.
I didn't do the math. I didn't see where it was when it started.
Maybe they don't have it. The board still has them at 2 timeouts. I know they should only have 1, if they even have 1 left. Yeah, play clock down to 8 seconds.
Mason Carnes, they are in a victory formation. He's going to take the snap. It's a 40-second play clock, and they're going to have to make 1 more snap, and they won't have to. It's going to be a state championship for the West Central Heat. As we want to make sure we get a good kneel on his final victory play. This one will be the last play of the game right here. And there it is, a state championship for the Heat of West Central High School. The Amboy players all take a knee, and the Heat going to pick up a 44-36 win as the clock starts to roll down.
You look out there in the middle of the field, you've got some of the kids celebrating. You've got the other kids going over, hugging the Amboy players, congratulating them on a good game. This is what you like to see.
Yeah, and that's the exact same thing they did in Polo last week. As fans start to rush the field, but they're going to get lined up at the 50-yard line. It is official. The final score, 44-36. The West Central Heat are your I-8FA state champions.
And I'm just going to say this. You guys talked about in the pregame, that it's 8-man football, that it's not real football. You tell these kids that.
Yeah.
Look at the excitement, the emotion from the losing team, the emotions from the winning team. You tell these kids this game wasn't real football.
Yeah, there's nobody can say that. And I tell you what, and Coach Elder said it, and Coach Lawler said it. If you just come watch a game, you're going to like it. I know when we started doing the 8-man thing last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
We said, well, we don't know what to expect. It took one game for us to say, hey, this is gonna be fun.
Yep.
A lot of congratulations going out to both teams in the live chat as we see the final score, 44-36. The Heat get the win. We'll take a 30-second. Actually, we'll watch the handshake here, and then we'll take a break after that. This game being brought to you by Ferguson Taxidermy. We know a lot about trophies at Ferguson Taxidermy, And we hope that you bring home the championship trophy tonight, and they did just that. Keep the memories alive. Give Rick a call to handle your next mount. Stimson Construction. Stimson Construction would like to congratulate West Central on a phenomenal season. Let's go Heat. Reach out to Stimson Construction. The Feedlot. Looking for a Heat win, and they got it. Good luck, West Central, from your friends at the Feedlot Bar and Grill, where we do common food uncommonly well at 102 South Broadway in Stronghurst. You're right, Catherine Decker. It is great sportsmanship. Both these teams have showed great sportsmanship throughout the season, and there is the Heat players coming, and there's a Cole. Oh, they're going to get the jugs. Hey, John, they're going to get the jug. Somebody get the jug. They're 40 in the middle, going into the middle, looking for Coach Kirby. And it's going to be a cold one, and there comes the jug, and Coach Kirby is going to try and hide from it. I think that if I was him, I would hide from that thing like the plague. They're still chasing him around with the jug, and he's still running. And
some little kid got it.
You got the little kid instead of the coach. There's Coach getting a little bear hug right there in the middle of the field. So here's the state championship game. We'll get ready to do the announcements of the two teams. Spencer Scott, we have to hide that one, buddy. Sorry. No curse words allowed. And we will take a break and be back in a couple minutes as we prepare for the awards ceremony, and then we'll stick around for a little while and have coaches' interviews in just a little bit here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. You've been watching the Rockford Mutual I-8FA State Championship game presented by State Line Insurance Agency here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH. You know, they're all good, and you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
And welcome back to April Zorn Memorial Stadium, where the West Central Heat have picked up the Illinois 8-Man Football Association State Championship. And I don't know what just happened down there, but they've been yelling at the fans to get off the field for the last 5 minutes. And all of a sudden they just started fleeing like ants that got sprayed by insecticide.
I think finally the microphone change in the I actually heard the speakers out there echoing, and I think he got his big boy voice on. And
I would think, now, if I'm a fan, I'm cold, and I'm like, I want to get this thing over as quick as possible, right?
Right. But, I mean, at the same time, too, your team just won a state title, and you kind of want to celebrate. But, yeah, get off the field, let the kids get their medals and the trophy presentation, and, you have plenty of time to celebrate afterwards.
So the West Central Heat get the win, and I don't know if you could ask for – it ended up being a closer game. I feel like the game was close on the scoreboard, but other than a short time in the third quarter where Amboy kind of scored a couple touchdowns in a row, it was never – the Heat never really felt like they weren't in control to me.
And I would even go back further until right to the end of the second half right at the end of the second quarter – when they got when we were talking about, West Central going down and passing or getting 2 scores up, and then, and then right as they got the onside kick, we're like, hey, this is going to be a really, and then we had the pick 6, which completely nullified that. But I don't think it was that was a 12-point lead right there going into halftime because of that, and it never changed until, their last score, which made it a 6-point lead. But with too little time left.
TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, got girls basketball tonight and 6 games tomorrow.
Whew.
And then we got 2 games every night next week, except for Thanksgiving, and 3 on Friday and 6 more on Saturday.
And I'm retired until football season.
Hey, I just got your headed your way text.
Hey, I'm here.
You made it. As we get ready to do the announcements on the far side of the field.
I had to park in Roseville and walk here, but
It's going to be you here for the award ceremony. Try to follow them as they work down the line with a tight shot.
So we're going to turn up the microphone so we can hear the PA announcer. He isn't talking yet, but we'll turn it up so we can hear that. When we get ready to go with the awards for the Amboy Clippers, who finished as the state's runner-up in I-8FA football. And then we'll have the championship team, the West Central Heat. I want to thank everybody that's watching, sending us pictures and messages. Michael Horton watching. Sarah Dysert, thanks for joining us and watching.
At this time, let's meet the Clippers from Amboy, Lamoille, Ohio, as they receive their runner-up medals. The Ohio principal and AD, Jason Wilt. Lamoille principal, Emily Leffelman. Lamoille athletic director, John Romer.
Hello? Oh, they're not ready yet. Oh, did they wave? Somebody wave. Oh, the kids are all mixed up.
Can they just go in order?
Hang on, we good, George? Can we start as long as Ted gets started? We good?
He's on the phone. He's at the 30, walking towards.
Hang on a second. Okay, we can start. We'll start with the administration. Go ahead. Okay.
All right, at this time, again, let's meet the runners-up from Amboy, Lamoille, Ohio Clippers. The Ohio principal and athletic director, Jason Wilt. The Lamoille principal, Emily Leffelman. The Lamoille athletic director, John Romer. Amboy superintendent, Josh Nichols. Amboy principal, Janet Crownhart. Amboy dean of students, Katie Bulfer. Amboy athletic director, George Schwamberger. Statistician, Denny Hicks. Statistician, Chris Payne. Manager, Jersey Wittenauer. Manager, Angeles Salgado. Manager, Weston Wittenauer. Manager, Jose Lopez. And manager, Caden Hermier. Now the head coach of the Clippers, Scott Payne. Assistant coaches, Sam Jones. Kenny Shrimplin. Jeremy Wittenauer. Abel Susada. And Tyson Powers. The players, we've got Connor Deering, Cody Wynn, Chase Montavon, Tucker McCoy, Landon Donna, Colin O'Malley, and Julius Arteaga. Number 2, sophomore Eddie Jones. Number 3, senior Tucker Lindenmeyer. Number 4, sophomore Josh McKendry. Number 5, junior Landon Welchel. Number 6, sophomore Ed Fry. Number 7, junior Troy Anderson. Number 9, sophomore Brody Christofferson. Number 10, freshman Rylan McNinch. Number 12, sophomore Cabe Daniels. Number 14, sophomore Tyler Huggins. Number 20, sophomore Tate Sundberg. Number 21, sophomore Quinn Leffelman. Number 25, sophomore Braden Klein. Number 36, sophomore Caleb Llanos. Number 35, sophomore Joel Billhorn. Number 42, junior Cody Suss. Number 44, sophomore Michael Shoemaker. Number 53, junior Austin Heath. Number 54, junior Ian Sundberg. Number 55, junior Landon Montavon. Number 57, junior Trey Payne. Number 58, junior Vincent Zambruski. Number 60, junior Isaiah Drew. Number 63, junior Lucas Blanton. Number 66, junior Gio Gatza. Number 68, sophomore Caleb Sugars. Number 72, sophomore Dylan Merriman. Number 75, junior Zach Dunn. Number 77, sophomore Cole Beckham. Number 79, freshman Owen Loomis. And number 85, junior Brennan Blaine. Ladies and gentlemen, your runners-up, the Amboy, Lamoille, Ohio Clippers.
Well, the Amboy, Lemoyne, Ohio
The captains of the Clippers can get the team trophy from John.
As they get the runner-up team trophy.
Get your runner-up state trophy.
The Caleb coming out from our hand signals. Have we not worked together enough? We don't know what the hand signals are. But Jeff, the runner-up trophy and photo getting taken over there. Going to have their back to us, so we won't be able to hear too well. But, I mean, they played a good game.
Yeah, you can't take anything away from them. I mean, when you just think back over the game.
Sacred Heart Griffin 49, Rochester 42 with 6:36 left.
Yeah, I'm like when you look back over the game, if you go back and rewatch this game, there's not one moment where you can say this is where you messed up. You know, they played a great game throughout. They were clean on penalties. Both teams had some penalties here and there. If anything, you could say, hey, maybe the false start when they was down the goal line, they scored on the next play. So it doesn't really.
I look back, the one thing that keeps popping in my head is the first onside kick recovery for West Central that allowed them to go up 16-0.
Yep. But you can't. You don't fault Amboy for that. That was just good execution.
And I mean, but I'm saying that's the one. If you have to pick a point, because Amboy could never get over that one hump anymore. If you take that one away, it's a tie ball game at the end of the game.
Yeah, we're here in overtime. Actually, you take that back because, West Central didn't get the 1 2-point conversion.
All right. We will step aside and let you hear what the announcement for the Heat.
Director and Assistant Principal Joel Zeiser. Assistant Coach Steve Arnold. Assistant Coach Richard Clifton. Assistant Coach Steve Lumbeck. Assistant Coach Tom Williams. And the head coach of the Heat, Jason Kirby. Now let's meet the players. Senior number 3, Bryce Bigger. Sophomore number 4, Alexia Hall. Sophomore number 5, Braden T. Senior number 6, Ian Dunlap. Sophomore number 7, Gage Stimson. Senior number 8, Mason Carnes. Senior number 9, Landon Winters. Senior number 12, Caden Drosty. Freshman number 13, Cameron Robinson. Junior number 14, Daniel Reyes. Freshman number 15, Nolan Forbes. Freshman number 16, Jordan Kane. Sophomore number 17, Alex McGraw. Senior number 18, Colton Fletcher. Junior number 21, Hunter Schrader. Sophomore number 22, Kyle LaFerry. Junior number 23, Isaiah Stepson. Sophomore, number 25, Aiden Reed. Sophomore, number 28, Michael Schramm. Senior, number 32, Keaton Kane. Senior, number 35, Parker Meldrum. Freshman, number 43, Josh Covert. Sophomore, number 48, Elijah Dabbs. Sophomore, number 51, Caleb Thompson. Senior, number 52, Zach Smith. Junior, number 54, Blake Cole. Freshman, number 55, Keaton Rubish. Freshman, number 58, Dakota Hoover. Freshman, number 75, Terry Price. Senior, number 77, Brody Link. Sophomore, number 79, Harry Waugh. Freshman, number 81, Cody Wade. Senior, number 84, James Stevenson. Senior, number 89, Nick Woods. And senior, number 98, Mikhail West.
All right, up here in the booth now, we have the runner-up for the IDFA State Championship coach, Coach Payne. You guys, Jeff and I talked about, what was the difference in the game. That first onside kick that let them get up 2 touchdowns. You guys played even pretty much after that. That seems like that might have been the one thing that got you.
Yeah, it was. They stole the possession there, got up 16-0 on us right away, and when you're playing catch-up like that against a team like West Central, it's never a good thing. But after that, we played even all the way and had 2 turnovers the second quarter that hurt us too, the interception and the fumble down inside the 10. But, I'm extremely proud of my team. I'm extremely proud of how hard they played and how hard they fought. And I couldn't be more happy for where I am right now.
Your kids played hard all the way through. Even after the first down on that last drive, they still were playing hard. That says something about the caliber of kids you have, I think.
Oh yeah, it does. These, like I said, these are a great group of kids. They all have wonderful attitudes. I've loved coaching them every single day. I hate to see the season end and not be around them every day, but all these kids are great. Every single one of them on my team, and they never give up, and they always keep fighting.
You're always looking to build, even though you have good kids come and go, but you're always looking to build. This kind of a season is something that helps that program just continue to be good, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is a great building block for future teams for us. As you can see, we only had 1 senior on the team, and I told all the kids after the game, the juniors and sophomores, I said, remember this feeling. Remember this feeling whenever you don't want to go lift weights or run or something. Just remember this feeling, and that'll change your attitude pretty quickly because you never want to feel like this again.
You see kids heartbroken. What do you say to them next week or next month to say, you have to embrace that feeling, right? I mean, the kids hurt. If they hurt, that means they care.
Yeah.
You have to embrace that, but you have to get past that, right?
Yeah. After about a week or so, I'll have a meeting with the team and, say we had a great season, but it's time to move on. It's time to move on. You guys got your winter sports and your spring sports, and then, before you know it, June will be here, and we'll be getting back at it again, and it's a new season, and it's all go next year.
Well, you guys didn't obviously get to where you wanted. You didn't get that last piece of the puzzle, but judging by how the game was the last week of the regular season to this one, you made a statement, I feel like, today and tonight saying, that wasn't us. This is more like us.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That Week 9 game, we had a couple injuries, and, we tried to play a little bit of a different defense, and, a little too much overcoaching, try to change the defense like that. And, we just went back to what we know best. And, I think we showed everybody what Amboy football is really all about tonight.
Blaine is a pretty good receiver.
Yes, he is. He is a special player. He's a special kid, too. He's a good kid. And, he never says a word. He's always yes, sir, no, sir. And he's a great kid. And, he's really fun to watch. And I'm looking forward to having him back next year.
Is Quinn Leffelman really a sophomore?
Yes, he is. He's only a sophomore. He started last year as a freshman for us too.
You're going to be okay. I mean, I'm not really smart, but I'm thinking you guys are going to be okay.
Yes, we have a lot of returners next year, and Eddie Jones was our backup quarterback, and he filled in for Tucker when he was hurt and started 5 games for us. So Eddie got experience there, and Eddie did a wonderful job as playing for us. He threw for over 500 yards and 9 touchdowns while Tucker was out hurt for 5 weeks.
Well, Lindenmeyer played a pretty good game for you tonight.
Yes. Tucker played a really good game, and after the game, I just hugged him and said how much I enjoyed coaching him for the last 4 years, and he's going to be deeply missed next year.
Well, we talked a little bit about it in the pregame show and our interview, but what about the fans back at home, the support that they've shown you in the last 12, 13 weeks?
Oh, it's been great. Amboy fans have always been great behind the football team for as long as I can remember. They always got your back. They're always there cheering for you. As you can see, we had a lot of fans here tonight, and they're embracing all the kids after the game. And tomorrow when we get home, they'll have a little welcome home thing for us, and I'm sure the gym will be packed. And Amboy fans are the best. They support you no matter what, and they always cheer you on, and they always say a lot of positive things to the kids.
Some of the West Central players were consoling your guys afterwards. The thing that I've noticed about these good teams is we went farther into the postseason. And I'm not saying anything about the other teams that didn't make it this far, but the sincere caring that these kids seem to have for their opponents. I mean, they're kicking their butts when they're playing, but afterwards they're there for them.
It's a mutual respect, and that says a lot about Jason Kirby and his coaching staff and the way they coach their kids and handle their kids. I've coached against Jason when he was down in Bureau Valley 20 some years ago, and Jason's a great coach. He's always had great teams, and he's a great guy to talk to. And it's that, just like I said, it says a lot about him as a head coach, is how his kids are and how great they were embracing our kids after the game. And it's just says a lot about him and his program.
Well, let's go back to the fans. I was told that this might have been the biggest crowd they've had.
Oh, really? I didn't.
On a night that it's 20 degrees outside. What would this place have been like if it had been 45 degrees?
Oh, I'm sure there probably would have been a lot more, because I'm sure there's a lot more people back home, watching on YouTube at their house or, their establishment they like to go to. So I'm sure if it was a nicer night, we would have had a lot more people here. Well,
we had 22 states and 2 countries besides the United States. At the last count, somebody was counting because we were getting a lot of people. So,
that's
good. I'll tell you, for whatever it's worth to you, there's Clippers fans all over this country.
There is. Yeah, we have them all the way out in California to Maryland, to Vermont. It's amazing how many Clipper fans we got outside of Illinois, and they always get on our website and make comments and this and that, and then kind of you read it and see where they're from. You're like, oh wow, that's pretty far away, but it's just a great following we have from the Clipper fans.
Well, Coach, congratulations on a good year.
Thank you.
Sorry you came up 1 game short, but the kids played hard.
Yeah, they did, and I'm extremely proud of them. I told them after the game that I couldn't be more proud of you guys as a group of kids for what you've accomplished this year and how you guys played this game, and I'm just honored to be their football coach.
Well, Coach Bank, the Amboy Clippers finished the season as the state's runners-up. We'll take a couple-minute break, and we'll come back with the West Central coach, Coach Kirby, in just a few minutes.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Minimally Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
I'm a pretty calm, cool, and collective guy, but next to each other. That's bad. 2 white boxes. Evan? Evan?
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back here. As you can see, the West Central still down there celebrating, and I think Coach Kirby is next door. We'll wait for him to come over here afterwards. And not sure if any players are going to come up, but we got the microphone ready in case they do. And is that Ryan out there? He's a cold feller. Got some stats to go through for us, Jeff?
Into the game stats here for the runner-up Amboy Clippers. Lindemeyer's going to end the night with 10 rushes for 73 yards. Blaine with the 19 yards he had in the first half. Welshel, 16 carries, 72 yards. Leffelman, 16 carries, 56 yards. Lindemeyer with 101 yards passing, and Blaine with all the receptions with 101 yards receiving. Scoring summary for the second half. Third quarter, 25-yard catch by Blaine. In the third quarter, a 4-yard run by Leffelman, and in the fourth quarter, an 8-yard run by Welshel. For the state champion West Central Heat, Karn's going to end the night with 14 carries for 40 yards. He's also going to go for 2 touchdowns there in the second half. Meldrum's going to end the night with 9 carries and 45 yards, and Drosty with 19 carries and 185 yards and 3 touchdowns. No passes were attempted by the Heat, and that is the stats there. The scoring summary were both 1-yard runs, one in the third quarter and one in the fourth quarter. One in the third, one in the fourth by Carnes.
Drosty was a lot more quiet in the second half.
He was. Only, if I'm trying to remember correctly, he had 175 yards there in the first half, and then ends with 185.
Hold on a second, Coach. We'll get you a headset. Put your feet down. Killing me. Put that one on if you would, Coach.
Yep.
Where am I supposed to be standing?
Right, we're not on camera.
Okay.
So you can look. You can make any weird faces you want to make.
Sweet. Broke my headset. I'm going to get my headsets. That'll be awesome.
There you go. You're a state championship coach. How's that sound?
Pretty cool. I'm a leader of a bunch of young men that allowed me to be here. Then that's the truth. It feels amazing. There's as much relief as anything, to be honest. But I was fortunate enough to be put in position to get to work with these young men and these assistant coaches, and that is what has put us where we're at. And they're never going to take away the banner of being state champions in 2022 for West Central, and I'm extremely proud that I was a part of that.
You had some kids that – you have a lot of kids that do a lot of great things. And we talk about Drosty a lot, and we talk about Carnes a lot. We talk about some other kids, but I want to talk about Landon Winters, Gage Stimson.
Onside kick boys. Yes, I know where you're going.
There was some huge onside kick recoveries for you guys and those kids. And also, let me see, who else was in there? Number 18, Colton Fletcher. Number 16,
he got a
Jordan
huge
Kane. All four of those guys had one.
We told our kids at halftime, hey, you recover onside kicks in the second half, and they can't beat us. And we told them they're going to come out, first one, onside kick it. You recover it. I promise we're going to go down and score, and we're going to be up 20. And they won't recover from that. And if you look at the scoreboard right now, they didn't.
Yeah, they tried.
No, they gave us everything they had, and they made us sweat it. But recovering those onside kicks, Landon Winters, Colton Fletcher, Hunter Schrader, I'm forgetting somebody.
Kane had one, didn't he?
Who?
Kane have one? Jordan Kane?
Oh, Jordan Kane, yeah. Mini.
Yeah.
Yeah, just awesome. Just wow. And then, you put our offense back out there, and our offensive line just went to work.
And that's the thing that Jeff and I talked about a little bit on their last touchdown drive. They didn't seem to have a whole lot of a sense of an urgency.
No.
And it kind of surprised us a little bit because we felt like that, you can eat up a lot of clock if you want to. You kind of took Drosty out of the game. I don't know if he was injured or something.
No.
But you just started pounding the ball up the middle, and 3 yards or 4 yards in a cloud of dust, they couldn't stop it.
Well, they were taking their linebackers and widening them out and trying to go into B gap. And in doing that, we knew we could run A gap wedge. I mean, stupid, oldest playing football. But we knew we could run A gap wedge for 4 yards every time. And if they missed a tackle, it was going to go 6 or 7. And it did that a few times. And because they did that, that allowed us to do just exactly that. In the first quarter, Steve Arnold was really quick to say, Polo's game plan. And I go, what's he talking about? And he goes, Polo's game plan. And I look at the play clock, and it was at 10. And I go, Because they'd been trying to do some tempo lately. And when they went with Polo's game plan to try and shorten the game, to try and reduce our number of possessions, we knew that if we got the lead, like we talked about in the second half, that we could milk it. And I don't know if you noticed or not, but we went to huddling. And I hate huddling. It's no fun. But I knew that the only way I could get our kids to slow down was to huddle. I didn't want to yell out the plays anymore. I just wanted to get in the huddle, tell them exactly what we were doing, make sure everybody knew what they were doing in the huddle, go forward, get a good play, milk the clock again, get a first down, milk the clock. When it was under, it went under 3 minutes, and I said, hey, they're in trouble. They've got to get an onside kick to win this. It went under 2 minutes, and I was like, hey, if we cover this, it's game.
Right.
And that's how it worked out.
Jeff and I also talked about that first onside kick recovery. You guys were up 8-0, and that first one that you got,
that we got
was huge.
16-0.
Yeah, and that really ended up being the difference in the game. I mean, you guys just kind of paced the rest of the way.
Yeah, no doubt. Exactly right. They got the ball. They don't score. We feel really confident in our first series. We knew exactly what we wanted to do on our first series. We felt we could get them where we wanted them. We didn't actually. I got a little too nervous, and we didn't get in a formation that I wanted to get in because I thought we'd have leverage. But we got to it before. We scored before we could really get to it, and our kids were like, "Hey, mob kick." I wasn't sure. Steve from upstairs was like, "Mob kick, kick it, mob kick. We'll get it." That thing bounced a couple times on that turf, and I was like, "Ooh, nice call, guys." Yeah. Big momentum right there, really big.
Lindenmeyer makes them a better football team,
Woo!
doesn't he?
Yowza. Yeah, he's a good player. He's a good player, and he complements 85 so well because 85 can spread you out, and that gives Lindenmeyer the opportunity to run the football. So, what caused us trouble was they would get an extended formation, and when they were able to get in that extended formation, it really put us in a bind because Lindenmeyer could run it. We were surprised Lindenmeyer didn't run it more than what he did, to be honest. He wanted to throw the ball, and that we were fortunate with that because his ability, we didn't have anybody in our front four that was going to keep him hemmed in. And when he kept throwing it, now I know that you're like, well, yeah, but he kept completing it. There was an interception. There was a knockdown. There was a couple incompletions. There was a sack that was huge. That, to be perfectly honest, if you look back and see if they could have ran it, I don't know. Maybe could have.
But it seemed to me also, and I could be off base just thinking back, watching, that it seemed like a lot of his pass play completions came late, like after, Blaine would find a way to do something late in the play, right? It wasn't the initial route. It was a secondary route or coming back to help the quarterback.
Yeah, well, him coming back to help the quarterback, or him just extending the play then and allowing for that to happen. But then again, I mean, he throws a slant to 85 off his back foot going this direction that's a fourth. And I think it was 3rd and 9. I'm like, hey, what are we sweating this about? They're in extended formation. He ain't running it for a first down here. We're in safe. Just don't let him run it out, son of a gun. He runs a slant, makes an incredible catch. And how about the wheel catch that he had?
Yeah.
Oh, gee, the ball goes in the air, and I go, no way. Whoa.
Yeah.
What a play. What a play.
Yeah, Drosty played well for you in the defensive backfield tonight, though, too.
He's not a bad player.
Jeff is a defensive back. And we talked about the one knockdown he had on the far side when he was covering Blaine. I mean,
right over there.
Yeah, he did some nice things. We talk about him a lot on offense. I don't think he gets enough credit defensively.
Yeah, and no doubt, he's phenomenal.
He should have had another pick, though. He was a little unhappy about that.
He wasn't as unhappy as his coach was, because that one was going for 6.
Yeah,
I mean there was nobody there.
There's 2 actually. The one that tipped that Blaine caught on the tip drill. And then the 4th down play that he could have intercepted.
But then there was another one in the first drive, or second drive.
He knocked it down instead of intercepting it and changed it to a 10-yard possession.
You had a bad view. That wasn't a knockdown.
Oh, well, I'm still saying it's a knockdown. It looked like he knocked. I'm like, because
there was one knockdown, but the other one hit off his chest and bounced to the ground, and I'm like, hey, dude, what's going on?
I thought you were good.
On the 4th down when I gave him credit, because I was like, that changes 10 yards of field position if he intercepts that when he gets tackled there. So
yeah, and that was every coach's dream. That's what he's supposed to do. No coach ever gets to see it because those kids in that moment are like,
we want that glory.
Silver dollar size. Here comes the ball. And just like Coach Arnold teaches him, he knocked that thing down. I was like, hey, nice move. Can we get the clock running?
Yeah. Well, Coach, we talked a little bit about it in the pregame. Big crowd on both sides of the field, considering how cold it is tonight. I mean, it's these 2 communities, or this group of communities for each school, really came out.
They did, man. They came out. I got to be honest with you. We're in warm-ups, and I was looking up on our side, and I'm like, Amboy's got more people than we do here. Because they were loud when their kids came out. I was like, holy cow. They're blowing them darn horns, yelling, and I was like, okay, yeah, bring it. You're early. Man, their people were awesome. Their people cheered all the way to the end. They had a great crowd. And then I turned around when we did something, and I was like, hey, when did all you guys show up?
That's the problem. You when you're facing the field, right? You see the other team's their crowd. You don't see yours until you turn around.
When we went ahead 16-0, I turned around and I go, "Where did all those people come from?" Nice. There we go.
And in their defense, that they only had to drive a
16
few
miles,
miles,
yeah.
so they waited till the last second.
Let me tell you about how cool that 16 miles is about to be.
Well, I mean, I guess a win makes a trip from Polo worth it, right? But this trip will be a lot more fun since it's so short.
It's going to be pretty neat.
Yeah.
Looking forward to getting on the bus.
Now, I thought I was going to count the number of fire trucks and police cars that led you guys in after the Polo win last week.
It was 24.
Was it 24?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking they might need to line up at like the county line this time, and they might be all the way to the school.
I don't care.
I think they're probably at Casey's waiting.
They
Bring
might
it.
be at Casey's.
Bring it. I'm happy. I mean, how happy can you be? Those people are ecstatic. What's it going to be like when we get back to school in an hour or so?
Right.
It's going to be unbelievable. It deserves to be. Our kids deserve to be treated that way. The community deserves to jump up and down like that. I can't wait to see them. I can't. I don't know what I'm going to say, but, I can't wait to see them excited. They deserve it.
Coach, one of the things I want to point out, and this is something we talked about at the end of the game up here, was your players going over to theirs at the end, picking them up. And I saw the same thing last week. I had to watch the game on YouTube last week, but your players going over and showing the respect to their opponents after that loss, picking them up and talking to them. That I think that reflects back on you though as a head coach, and they follow their leader, and I've seen that before, and that's good on you and it's good on the kids.
I appreciate the kind words towards me, but when I inherited those kids when they came in as freshmen, they were already like that. Those young men are amazing, and did we continue to preach that? Of course we did. We didn't have to. That's who they are. That's who those kids are. Are they happy they won the state championship? They won. I can't imagine what the locker room's like right now. But at the same time, they understood they had a heck of a game against somebody, and they wanted to show the respect that they deserve. But, when they're getting on somebody, they still act the same way towards them. When we clock people, they help them up the whole game. They tell them good game, good luck, and all that. So, pretty special kids. I'm pretty lucky. Lucky.
Was it cold?
I wasn't in the first half. When I came out after halftime, I was like, man, it's getting colder. And in between the third and the fourth quarters, when I was really nervous, I said, it's cold. Where's my coat at?
I had to ask because you told me you weren't going to put anything on except what you had on in the pregame.
And I didn't until the fourth quarter. I was like, it's cold. And I started thinking, man, them kids are going to dump some Gatorade on me.
They tried. Did they get you?
Heck no. They got my foot and they got my hand.
And some little kid that was standing beside you.
Yeah, they might have got him too, but hey, he got a medal.
It's collateral damage at that point.
That's right.
He's younger than you. He can recover faster, right?
Yeah.
Well, Coach Kirby, congratulations on a state championship.
Thank you so much for all the coverage.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much for everything, all the way throughout. You guys are awesome. Oh, you do an unbelievable amount for our 8-man game. It means the world to us. All the 8-man coaches are so impressed with getting to do this, and what you've done for our community. This is going to be memories they'll never forget.
Well, we appreciate that, and we appreciate you taking time to talk to us. Couple Wednesdays from now, you want to come into Macomb?
Darn straight.
Okay.
All right.
I was like, sounds good. Coach Kirby talking to us after a state championship victory here at Monmouth College. Congratulations, sir. Awesome. Jeff, any last words before we head out?
And just, it's been a great season. As Dwayne said to begin with, I do all the Bushnell Prairie City games, and we didn't have quite the season that we wanted, but we also had the second hardest schedule in 8-man football.
And played all 4 semifinals.
We played all 4 semifinal teams, and every loss we had was to a playoff team. So, we've got some things to look forward to. We've got a young team coming up that should be decent over the next couple years. But this is the highlight. It was the highlight last year, and it's the highlight this year to come do this game. And, the game last year came down to the fourth quarter. This game comes down to the fourth quarter. This is, like I said earlier, you tell these kids this isn't real football and see what they tell you.
Yeah.
But this is awesome.
Yeah, it's great. We're happy to be a part of it. We'll be a bigger part of it hopefully next year. For Caleb and Ryan and Tegan, who all ran the cameras, for Lauren, who got a microphone for us.
And knocked over CDs.
For John Burton, who did a fantastic job as our director tonight, talking and getting things lined up. We hope that you folks at home that might still be watching enjoyed it as much as we did. We're going to put a little video together. You watch for a little highlight video this week. And go support the 8-man kids that are going to get recognized at IHSA's state championship weekend this coming Friday. So for Jeff Borders, I'm Dwayne Hewlett. Thank you for joining us here for tonight's coverage of the Rockford Mutual I-8FA state championship game presented by State Line Insurance Agency. This has been a TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH Production. We'll see you again down the road.